Okay, we are live. Welcome back. Welcome back. It is the Nets taking on the Phoenix Suns after a ridiculous performance in Golden State, after a ridiculous performance in Sacramento. This team needing to doing it all over again. And it's a tough matchup. Final game of this 3-game Western Conference road trip. It's transpired over 4 days of madness. This is the final of the 4 days before we head back home for a couple matches against Orlando. But, I mean, this is probably the best feeling supporting the team at the moment. There's a lot going down, and a lot of it is injury related with this team. Let me give you a little bit of insight into what this team is dealing with. Well, first and foremost, the starting five. Who is back and who is missing? Well, Cam Thomas is out, and it's not good news when it comes to Cam Thomas, who's been pretty durable over the course of his career as a net. Finney Smith is back. Johnson is available. He had to get up to play his former side. And Ben Simmons is fit. So this team is vastly different to what it was the other night. Jalen Wilson is also missing, who was a pretty integral part of that comeback, which resulted in a victory over Golden State. We are still missing Claxton, Clowney, Bogdanovic. Thomas is out for a month. Minimum 3 weeks. Maximum, well, it's going to end up being a month, which is not the most ideal of news. And then Day'Ron Sharpe is still out as well. But he is probably on, well, much nearer to a return than he has ever been this season. So, Jalen Martin out with a G League 2-way assignment, but I mean, the key performances are just showing up on your screen right now. Schroeder scoring 31 points, having 7 assists. He had 17 in the fourth quarter, which gave us 40 in the fourth to win the game. Cam Thomas had 23 in 2.5 quarters and then was not to be seen again because he was injured, and obviously knew he had some hamstring issues because, well, he took a take foul for that to occur. I don't know why the Noah Clowney thing is still up there. It has not updated. Because Noah Clowney's performance of 18 points was a couple games ago. Shake Milton, Zaire Williams, Jalen Wilson, all chipping in with double-digit points and some big makes. Zaire was massive in the comeback. That late third quarter surge, which got us back into the contest. He was pretty damn important. But yeah, right now, I mean, the Nets are playing heavily short-handed. And look, we're playing probably one of the toughest teams going around. And I say that because Kevin Durant is playing, and when the Suns have Kevin Durant, they are 9-1. Without him, they're 1-6. They're 6 points worse off, and they allow 9 extra. And their field goal percentage is 5% worse. So it is, well, the Suns are just simply put a much better team with KD out there. And look, interestingly enough, we probably have the personnel to go toe-to-toe with them today, because the other day we were running Johnson at the 5 for a portion, or Zaire Williams for basically the, down the stretch. And that worked against a Warriors outfit who aren't that tall. But today we've got Nurkic and KD to deal with. And so there's a lot more size there, a lot more physicality. So we've got Ben Simmons, who is very on and off. I don't really know these days what sort of a Ben Simmons you're going to get game by game. And Finney Smith is usually the guy that goes to someone like a Kevin Durant. He's got the physicality, he's got the size. If KD wants to post him up, Finney Smith doesn't have the length or the height, but you know, he's probably going to hold his ground and force KD, you know, a little bit further out, so KD's making those jump shots from a little bit deeper. So the hope is that there is enough impact there. The only downside is for the next month or so, we can't really say that the youngsters are going to contribute to wins, because right now, like today, we don't even have a young player in the starting five except Zaire, but he's like 23, 24. So if we're talking about the younger end, we don't have like a Clowney, we don't have a Thomas, we don't have a Jalen Wilson. Derek Whitehead probably has to get minutes today. Or I'm just trying to think. No Wilson, no Clowney, no Bogdanovic. Probably the only wings we're missing. Watford will come off the bench, but I really don't know how they're going to stagger the wing minutes, because most of them are on the court. So that's going to be a bit interesting. I mean, the Suns, their rotation doesn't go all that deep. Usually they tend to probably play an 8 or 9 man rotation. They'll usually play O'Neal off the bench with... Trying to think. Who would they play with? I'm just trying to get the box score up for one of their most recent matches so I can sort of have a little bit of a reference point. They played yesterday against LA and they won by 27 points. And in that game, they went... Well, quite a few players got minutes, but it was really Royce O'Neal, Grayson Allen, Ryan Dunn, and Iguodaro. And then you had like 3 minutes each for Okogie, Morris, Mason Plumlee. So they really don't have a lot of... they really don't like to... Well, they gave everyone a bit of a fair shot yesterday. A lot of them are sub 30-minute players. If we look back at the game yesterday, KD only played 29, Beal 27, Nurkic 27. So they're going to probably treat this like, not really like the second night of a back-to-back. The Nets are a little bit more rested up, but the Nets are playing pretty well on the second night of a back-to-back this season. Usually they're pretty good. There's been multiple instances. I reckon we're definitely in the positive for winning games on the second night of a back-to-back. Beat Memphis. We beat the Warriors. We're actually 5-1 against Western Conference opponents, which is sort of amazing to think. So, you know, especially given the Eastern Conference is a lot weaker. And like at first glance, there's a lot more teams with losing records. We're 3-9. And I'm trying to think of who we've played. We've played the Magic, the Celtics, the Cavaliers, and the Knicks. They are the top 4. Lost all 4 of those. Played Atlanta. We've lost to them. Detroit, we lost to them. So that's 0-6. We beat the Bulls 1-6. And that's where my knowledge ends. I have no idea who else we've played. We played Boston twice. So that would account for 2. Philly, we lost to them. The Bucks we beat. That's the second win. And there's one other. But then you look at the West. We've beaten the Warriors. We've beaten the Grizzlies. We've beaten the Kings. Well, we've beaten the Grizzlies twice, actually. So credit to us. Those who have just joined us, welcome to the stream as well. It is the Nets and the Suns. The Nets are 8-10, and probably wanting to sell up even more so because no Cam Thomas for a month. And that's pretty hot off the press, that news. KD, of course, playing against his former side. You can actually see him in the... Can I keep moving? Up, across, keep moving. Okay, this is not working. There it is. Right there. There is proof that KD did play for the Nets, even though there were quite a few games or quite a period of time where he was out. And now Shake Milton has his number. So, could you really say it was like an impactful tenure? I'm not too sure. Well, with all that said, let's get this one underway. It is the Nets taking on the Suns. The Suns were 1-6 without Kevin Durant, but they went back into winning ways last night where they beat the Lakers by 27. And that's probably producing some ominous signs for what we're going to see tonight. The starters for the Nets: Schroeder, Johnson, Simmons, Zaire Williams, Finney-Smith. And for the Suns, it is their stock standard lineup of Jones, Booker, Beal, Durant, and Nurkic. Let's get this one underway. From Arizona. Well, I'm not in Arizona, but that's where the game is. And Ben Simmons, for like the second time this year, whenever he's played center, does not contest the jump ball. We're underway. Ben is guarding KD. So this is going to be interesting. And Finney-Smith is guarding Nurkic. All right. Numbers collapse. There's the kick out. Jones, the extra. KD, it's an open look. That's in. Mate, it is by default that shit's going in. And he's got a burning smile on his face. And I assume he's got a bit of shit to talk to Ben Simmons, former teammate right there. Nets get into a set. The lob. Ben the dunk. A Phoenix player got dumped on the screen, and it was a 5-on-4 from that point onwards. The Nets are on the board. First bucket of the game. It's Beal on the baseline, guarded by Johnson. Bounce pass out to Durant, guarded by Simmons on the perimeter, top of the key. The switch. Beal rolls. Kick out. Booker, extra. Jones bypasses Simmons, and the score off glass. Ben got bypassed way too easily there. A little bit late on the rotation. The driving kick by Simmons to Johnson. Gets inside. Shoots over Nurkic. There is a hit on the arm. It's going to be free throws. So, let me get a sip of water, because there is a bit of congestion going on at the moment. Nurkic is a bit of a cone on defense, so, you know, there is an opportunity there for the Nets. They can exploit that. Second free throw coming up for CJ, who had only 5 points the other night, but played a very short amount of time. Only played really one half, and then was ruled out of the contest, but he is available today. Jones pushes it quickly. KD with the pump fake, lets the defender go by. Nurkic down the middle. There's the foul +1. I don't know who committed it. But, mate, the Suns are playing very, very open. And with the Nets playing a bit of a full court press, if they can bypass that pretty quickly, it is going to be a very open floor. Not many players from each side, but a lot of space to operate in. Nurkic converts the three-point play, and Ben will inbound to Schroeder. 8-4. The Suns are off to a very fast start, have not missed from the field to open things up here. It's Schroeder on the outside, who will use the Simmons screen, and drive in on Beal, cross him up. It's an open 2, and that is a practice shot. He's fresh off a 17-point fourth quarter and a 31-point game total. That's another 3 made already. Mate, our transition defense out the gate, we're scoring buckets, but, mate, the defense is not getting back. Wouldn't be surprised if Geordie calls a timeout here, because it's been a little bit lackluster. Johnson moves through, can't get the angle. Was a good look, though. No contest there, just off balance. It's a 5-on-4. Numbers got to get back. It's another open 3 for Jones, and that's their first miss of the game. Ben's going to get it ahead. Williams the leak out. Oh my God, he's missed the shot. He missed the fucking dunk. Schroeder was able to chase it up. Uncontested 3 is short. The rebound for Phoenix, and they'll get it to Kevin Durant, who's guarded by Simmons. It looks like that's what I'm going to be calling for a lot of the game today. They tried the dump off to Nurkic. He fumbled the pass. The Nets in transition. Schroeder has another look. Pump fake. Gets by Jones. Williams on the catch. In rhythm. It's off. Ben the rebound, and the hook shot goes. Ben's got 4 points. He was just in the right place at the right time there. No body by Phoenix to block him out. And the Suns concede a 2. KD right in the face of the defense. It's off. Good contest by Ben. He'll push the pace here. But the Suns have numbers back. Ben's going to go at Kevin Durant and muscle his way to the rim. That's surprising. It's Ben who will get the steal now as numbers collapse. He takes it in. The kick out. We've got numbers everywhere. Johnson knew he missed. Try to get the rebound. It's off. The Suns. Good boy, CJ. Chasing up the rebound. He knew there was the miss. Nurkic, though, was a little bit, well, unsuspecting. He did not know that someone was going to sneak up behind him and snatch that ball away. Nurkic, last touch. The Nets have it on the baseline. And there's another personal. And it's Nurkic who will pick up his second. So, as we've said, Plumlee only played 6 minutes yesterday. They barely used him, so he will be the backup option for them with Nurkic on 2. Simmons the spin. Oh, was an open hook shot again, but he wasn't able to get it to go. He's looking very aggressive so far. He could have had 8 points already in 4 minutes of action. Good cut by Jones. It opens the court up. Booker the drive. Good recovery by the Nets. And we have an offensive foul on Booker. Durant misses the corner 3 as that all occurs. It wouldn't matter. And the Nets at the 8:18 mark can take the lead here. They've had some really good chances early. Ben Simmons, though, I did say before the game, I have no idea what Ben Simmons is going to rock up today. And he was on, well, he was sniffing out 8 points already. He's 3 of 4 to start. Schroeder is blocked there by KD. The length over the top. And there's a bit of yapper between Schroeder and KD. I like that. Just some friendly chit-chat, you know. Bit of banter going on. You love to see it. Bit of competition. KD eats, breathes, sleeps basketball. And Schroeder's just a little bit of a pest. So a bit of passion for different reasons. Here's Finney Smith, the drive in on Kevin Durant. Oh, that was always going to be a block. Durant, lateral quickness, excellent. Finney Smith barely moved him, and it was an easy block. He had that one covered. Jones, wow, the acceleration right past Zaire and Finney Smith. And the score is good. Tyus Jones is playing some sensible basketball at the moment. And that's why I wanted him a couple of years ago, because he's just a really reliable player. Great point guard. Good at what he does. Doesn't turn the ball over. Here's Schroeder. Bit of space to shoot the 3, but he takes it into the paint and then is forced back out. 1-on-1. Right down the middle. Wrap around. Simmons. Get in. 8 points for Ben in the first quarter. It's 5 minutes in. Interesting start here. I mean, there's a lot of opportunity in there. Booker the turn. The kick out to Jones. The extra to KD. It's a foul. It's waved off. It's on the floor. It will be the Suns on the side. But Ben Simmons has 8 of our first 12 points. And the Nets have done a pretty good job of feeding him. He's been in the right places. He's playing a pretty high percentage game at the moment. He's not forcing it up. There was one miss in there, a hook shot. But even that was open. He probably could have converted that. So Ben Simmons out the gate, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, has 8 points in 5 minutes. Here we see the game or just the scoreboard. It is just the scoreboard, unfortunately, because otherwise copyright goes down. But I hope I'm doing the game justice and giving you enough insight into what's going on in the game. Naz, welcome to the stream, buddy. Solo Wing, it's good to see you again. You know, you guys are regulars, which is great to see. If you are enjoying the stream so far, Skyline, welcome. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are new. These are some pretty good numbers early on in this game, so appreciate you all rocking up. Box score check, though. We've got Cam Johnson in the spotlight because, quite frankly, I didn't know who else to put with like 8 nets unavailable. Ben Simmons, though, has 8 points and 2 rebounds. I'm definitely reading that right. He has gotten 2/3 of our points out the gate, and that's a pretty pleasant surprise. He can shoot the ball. Well, not really. He's laying it up, but he's being a bit of a force. He put his, he got into the chest of Kevin Durant, which makes sense, mate. Like, Durant's built like a twig, and Ben Simmons is built, mate. You're 6'10". You should be forcing the issue. Being a dominant force, getting into the paint, scoring the ball. He's been pretty good at that so far today, and he hasn't looked as timid as he usually does. I mean, he's put up 5 shots and scored 4, which is a great sort of sign to see. We're 5 of 13, but we've had 6 extra shots compared to the Suns. I mean, we're hustling. We've forced 3 turnovers, haven't turned it over yet. And there's a couple second chance points in there as well, or second chance opportunities, which has us in this position right now. KD's got 3, but I would say that Tyus Jones has been their best, and he really does a great job of passing the ball around and just being a team first sort of player, a glue guy, if you will. So 13-12, the Suns have started this one quite positively, but the Nets are playing hard early, and Ben Simmons, for some reason, is the number one option for the Nets. So Jordi Fernandez is coaching the crap out of this team, man. Like, the shot quality this team gets, despite having minimal talent, we get so many open shots, and that's why you see us perform a lot of the time. O'Neal's in with Plumlee for the Suns, and we have seen Milton come into the game here for, I'm not too sure, but Ben has picked up 2 personals now, which he's got to be smart about. 6 seconds to shoot there, and he's just knocked KD over on defense. Basically off an entry pass. Like, pretty soft there. If he's going to get that primary assignment, he needs to have a high level of discipline. Here's Booker on the perimeter. Over Zaire, that 3 is good. He squared up and hit the tray from the top of the key. It is 16-12 Phoenix. And, well, they've got scoring options everywhere you look. So you got to try and mitigate the impact, and they didn't do that on that occasion. Here's Johnson on the perimeter. He sends Plumlee to the outside, who's guarding. It's a tray. It's a tough shot. It's off. Nearly the rebound there by Zaire. Instead, the Suns secure. Booker will get into it early. Layup. Blocked by Johnson. But there is a foul, and it will be free throws here for D-Book. So they're 6 of 8 from the field, and I believe this is their second trip to the free throw line. However, the first time was what was I going to say? First time was an and one opportunity. This is a little bit of a different scenario. 16-12 the score. Booker has a chance to add to that lead by converting both here, which he does on the first. No way Nurk is getting outplayed by Simmons. Well, I'm not too sure who's actually guarding him. It's like a bit of Nurkic. Yeah, it is Nurkic. Well, now it's Plumlee. Yeah. But KD got bodied a couple possessions ago. Anyway, Zaire top of the key. They're looking for Cam Johnson. They've set up a few plays for him this season. That's why he's been so successful. Zaire's fouled, and they wave it off. How the fuck is that not a shot? How's that not a shooting foul? Zaire's, well, questioning the official and asking, where the hell are my free throws? The Nets did a really good job of getting to the line the other day. Here's Finney-Smith, the 3. That is good. And he was in some scorching hot form from 3 before he got injured for a couple of games, but he's back now, picks up right where he left off. There's another foul off the ball, and it's Plumlee this time who gets wrapped up by Johnson, and I would say we're very, very close to sniffing the bonus if we aren't there already, which we are. So free throws coming up here for Plumlee, who's not, I don't think, historically a great free throw shooter. And that free throw definitely indicated it. It looked hella short, but instead it's, well, it just made the distance. Cam Johnson on 2 personals and Simmons on 2 personals. I mean, are we trying to play with our third stringers again? 2015, the scoreline. Milton will bring it up. Still no changes, but Keon Johnson heads to the scorer's table. Williams guarded by O'Neal. Milton walking the baseline. Now, Finney-Smith, he got his feet muddled and then threw it out of bounds. So it will be a turnover, and I think that's the first of the game for the Nets. So that's going to be key in a game like this, where you need to give yourself as many shots as possible. Johnson's a bit confused. He's like, when did I pick up my second personal? But he's going to wind up on the bench anyway. They'll bring him on early in the second. Here's Durant on the roll, shoots over Milton, and it's like there's no defender there because KD gets over the top, and he's just got such a high release point. Here's Finney-Smith. Johnson receives the handoff, guarded by Booker. Hard screen by Ben. Hesitation by Johnson. He's going to go at Plumlee and then realize there's no outlet there. We roll it back out to Milton. We got 4 to shoot, and numbers are going to roll across to help. Milton's able to score falling away. That's a nice bit of creation there. And Shakes surprised me a little bit with the way he's been able to do that so far this year. Mate, Z. Another fucking another reach-in foul in the half court. Like, we do not need to commit these. So, free throws again for Phoenix. They have made a living at the line so far in this game. And it's a couple looks here for D-Book, which obviously you do not want to send to the line. This guy knows how to shoot the ball. Full stop. So it looks like we probably are going to see a couple more changes. Johnson is straight back in, which is a bit strange considering he's on 2 personals unless they've changed things up a little bit. So Johnson back in, and also Tyrese Martin, who I loved his energy the other night. And that's the sort of chip on your shoulder mentality you're going to get with a player like that who doesn't get much NBA opportunity. Booker makes both, and so the Suns are up by 7. Johnson, the drive in, picks up his dribble. Open 3 in the corner for Martin, and he hits the tray. And he hit one of those threes the other night as well, and a big shot made 2 by him. It's back down to 4. Booker to O'Neal on the wing. Back up top to Booker. The slip screen there by Allen. The bounce pass to O'Neal. Good double. Good rollover. But Booker's open top of the key. Short on the 3 though. So we get let off. And the Nets can trim into this deficit just a little bit more. Johnson guarded by Jones. Martin's going to shoot again. Let it fly and hit the 3. This guy's like our 13th man on the roster. And he's come out and scored a couple threes. You love it. There's the lob for Plumlee on the weak side. As Martin was in no man's land, really. Oh my God, he's feeling it. That is just a heat check. If he hit that, I mean, let's pack it up. Let's pack it up, why don't we? Booker's going to run it here with Beal and KD on the bench. Back down, numbers collapse. Numbers are going to be open. Allen, O'Neal gets by the closeout. The kick out again. The extra. Booker the sidestepping. 3! He's got it. And the foul. That is a fucking bailout again. How many times are you going to commit a foul? Let's have a look at the call. 6-point lead. Let's have a look. What? What? Mate, there was like nothing on that. They can't challenge that though because he made the 3. Like, you're not even getting you're not chalking the 3 points off. The 3 would count. Schroeder's back in. Watford also in the game. So Watford's playing the small ball 5 position. He can score the ball. Milton with a bit of hesitation off the ball to try free himself up. He's going to shoot over Booker, and it is a bad miss. 9-point lead potentially for the Suns here. They could also get it to double figures. The pass to Booker was initially denied, but it was only knocked away. Here's Booker. Double arrives. Nearly a steal. That's going to go the other way. Well done by Keon Johnson. I think the real key for the Nets here, with the way they're playing defense, they want to force the long pass. They're trying to force the Suns to pass the ball more so they can try get in the way and intercept and run in transition and get those easy looks, because, you know, it's with the squad we've got today, it's going to be pretty hard to create in the half court. So you've just got to try make as many open looks as you can with things that you can sort of control. So it's going to be interesting to see how well we cope. But we have forced 4 turnovers already, which is I would say that's a pretty big plus in my book. Johnson's been busy early. He's got 2 points. He's got 3 dimes, and he's got a steal as well in there. So love to see that. And Simmons with the 8. He is the high man. And Tyrese Martin, bit of a nobody, has got 6 points in, 1 minute. So he's been pretty economical and efficient with his minutes. But overall, the Nets are 9 of 20. They've only hit the 3 3-pointers, and they have let the Suns make a living at the line on top of their beautiful efficiency. They've made the same amount of field goals as us, but they've taken 8 less shots. So we haven't quite capitalized on the advantage we have in that area. So that's where we sit at this current stage of the game. 30 points to this point is a little bit troublesome. But that's the Suns offense for you. I mean, they've got threats everywhere. D Book has only taken 3 shots, yet he's got the 11 points to show for it. And KD's got 5. But Tyus Jones, I did say he's probably been their best player. And I say that because the 5 assists, he's opened up the entire court. He's gotten the Suns moving into their offense pretty quickly early in the clock. And we haven't been all that responsive to it. If you are enjoying so far, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the show if you are new. We will be back for Nets versus Orlando in a couple of days. So if that floats your boat, then make sure to drop by and say hello, because we ain't going nowhere. 30-23 the score. The Nets, I mean, it's going to be an interesting watch for the next month without Cam Thomas. But as we saw the other day, you don't need Cam Thomas to compete, right? And that's all I want to see from this Nets team. If we lose, as long as we're playing the Geordie way, with that identity, with that grit, that's all you want to see. Schroeder up top, thought about the 3. Little bit of a hezzy. 1-on-1 with Beal. Wrap around for Martin. There's the extra. Open 3 for Watford. Yes, sir! You love the off-ball movement. It just opens up the court every single time. 0 exception to the rule. It's a 4-point lead for the Suns. All things considered, our offense has looked pretty good without, our man, Cam Thomas. There's a travel on Beal. Good knockaway by Watford initially on that entry. And it had Beal a little bit out of sorts, and he's yet again turned the ball over, and that's another turnover for Phoenix. 5-1. The Suns, have more turnovers by 4. Clearly, here's Schroeder. That is a heat check. Hello! Deep tray. It's back down to 1. We've scored the last 6. Booker up top, guarded by Johnson. Good D by Watford. O'Neal's open up top, and he hits the tray. He's done that a fair bit against us. For us. But I'm really hoping we get a vintage 2 of 10 Royce O'Neal performance today, because he is known for that shit. Watford the response? Nope. Well long on the 3. Hit the heel. Rebound for Allen, who's going to drive right down the middle. No open lane, but the pirouette and the score for 2 +1. And another foul. How many fouls? Stop reaching. The problem is, like, we're not setting ourselves up deep enough. We're just allowing them to take it at us because we're picking them up too high up. But we're not being physical enough with them. We've got 3 players on 2 personal fouls right now. Keon Johnson, Cam Johnson, Ben Simmons. We don't have enough players to be able to do this. Ryan Dunn's in the game. The rookie for Phoenix. Had a really promising start, but he's dropped away, which is pretty understandable for a pick in the second round. So, an and one opportunity again here for Phoenix, and that is well misdirected. 6-point lead for Phoenix, 35-29 the scoreline. Schroeder will feed Watford, who gives it back to Schroeder, and now Milton will work his way around the perimeter, and there is a foul on Beal. Watford was wrapped up by the looks. That is the first in the final 2 minutes, I believe. Correction, it's Ryan Dunn who picks up the personal. 5 on the floor for the Nets to close out this quarter looks to be Schroeder, Watford, Martin, Milton, and someone else. Keon Johnson, that's the man. Milton, head down, kick out, Martin again. Oh! He can't miss! Who is this guy? 9 points in the quarter. 3 conversions from the outside. Booker's doubled. O'Neal, skip pass. Dunn's open right in front of the Suns bench. That's off. The Nets can run. They can break. Schroeder. There's a couple trailers, but he doesn't use them. He tries to do his signature move where he does the spin cycle and bypasses the defender, but the defender was not bypassed. Pump fake. Lost the ball. Gave it to Watford in the post. Down low. He's going to back down Allen. Get inside. Shoot the 2 with the right hand. It's off. And Allen wasn't even looking at the ball when there was the rebound. It was about a ricochet off him. The Suns will hold for 1. They lead by 3. There's the blitz by Martin. And so they're going to have an open man somewhere. But good recovery. Beal off glass, though, is able to score with 3.5 left. The Nets are going to need to get into it very quickly. Watford, get one up. Yes! Finger roll! Yes, sir! That will be checked, but it probably will count. The Nets went the length. The Suns didn't even stay home and set themselves up. Well done by Shake to push the pace. Watford just... Did he get it off in time? I think he did. So, the Nets have scored 34 in the opening quarter. I mean, there is no defense in this game whatsoever. The Nets are doing a great job of forcing turnovers. That's where they've gotten the extra possessions to get themselves within reach is the correct word. I couldn't think of what I wanted to say. Tyrese Martin, this bro's been playing in the G League. He hasn't even played like at all. Last game was the first game he got proper minutes. Today, 9 points, 3 threes. Who is this guy? Where do we get him from? And how is he playing this well? He's leading our team in scoring. Simmons is 8. Our top 2 scorers are Tyrese Martin and Ben Simmons. Can you wrap your head around that? They're shooting a combined 7 of 9. We've hit 6 threes in the opening quarter, which is just mental. Tyrese Martin accounts for half of that. Watford's got 5. Schroeder's got 5 as well. So we're getting some good delivery from some key role players. Cam Johnson hasn't even done anything. Well, he has, but in the scoring department, not really. We've had 10 more shots in comparison to the Phoenix Suns, 26 shots to 16. The problem is, even though we're shooting it at 50% from the field, we've only hit 1 extra shot for our 10 extra attempts. And the Suns have hit 5 threes as well. They've been to the line for 6 more makes, and that is why we trail. Devin Booker's being good for them, but the turnover count is keeping us in this one. They've had 5 turnovers to our 1. So you always give yourselves a sniff if you can force that many turnovers and look after the basketball yourself. So, second quarter action. is about to get underway. And the scoreline is 37-34. It's like the good old days with 30 people in chat. Yeah, back in the day when we do the Nets watch parties, a lot more people would be in here because KD was playing. So this is a nice little throwback. There's another personal foul, and Beal's taken another hit. I believe it's actually on Ryan Dunn here, but Beal just seems to be the collateral in all this. This off-ball movement is proving to be, well, quite troublesome for Phoenix. Bit of a lack of discipline like what we sort of did for the first quarter. The second quarter starts with Beal on the floor with Dunn, with KD, with Allen, and someone else. A three by Johnson is off. And a rebound by, is that Iguodaro? Beal gets inside, picks up his dribble, stops, and scores for two in the mid-range. A nice little 10-foot jumper, which was pretty uncontested. The Nets will use the screen, get inside, but Iguodaro is planted in there, so Schroeder will take him back out and then kill him for the acceleration. It's off, but Watford with the follow, the refund, and then the make. 39-36. Watford has been proactive in this first quarter too. Schroeder got dumped by Beal, and so there was an open man in the corner. Grayson Allen, it's off. And Keon Johnson with his high vertical gets up for the rebound. Martin, early offense? Nope. Watford thought about the three. Says no. Schroeder is, well, I thought he was going to shoot a three. Instead, he's going to put the rock on the floor and then see the roller, which is Martin, who gets blocked by KD. That's your welcome to the NBA moment. Here is KD. Extra. That's going to be a charge. Dennis put his body on the line. How many times have I said that this season? You didn't see that for shit last year. And, mate, the anticipation was brilliant there. Schroeder saw him coming from a mile away, well outside the restricted area, and KD just bowled him over. So, yet again, mate, the physicality this team plays with, 6 turnovers now for Phoenix. We are playing hard. Johnson nearly fell over, trying to navigate through the off-ball movement. Watford's going to shoot here. No, he won't. He's going to take on Iguodaro, who did well to stand up against the competition. He wins the steal for the Suns. Turnover number 2 for the Nets. Durant off balance. How has he got that to go? Oh, that's ridiculous. That's what we saw in a Nets uniform, and all you could do was appreciate him for it. Here's CJ behind the back. Watford 3. Pick and pop is no good. Offensive board by Johnson. Does well to protect and score over Ryan Dunn. You could have said that there needed to be a foul in that, but we don't get fouls. We're too small market. KD will drive on Johnson down the middle. Gets to his spot. Fumbled by Iguodaro, but there's no net in sight to potentially sweep it up. Beal goes baseline, shoots the 2. It's offline. The board by Johnson. He had it knocked away by Dunn from behind, but did well. He's going to get into it early. And it was knocked out of play by Dunn, who was right on his hammer every step of the way there. Good assertiveness, though, by Johnson there, because there was no Sun manning the middle. And so, definitely a driving opportunity there. Good proactivity by Johnson there. On multiple occasions here. The Nets get into another set. Here he is now, Johnson. It's an open 3. Too long. Rebound, KD. 3 or so minutes gone in this second quarter. Durant up top. The roller is Iguodaro. The open 3 in the corner for Jones. And he just is... He's just Mr. Reliable, this guy. 6-point lead for the Suns. They've had us at an arm's reach for basically the whole game, really. Schroeder wants a response here. That hits back iron. Johnson did well to sweep it up, or try to. That time, though, unsuccessful. Allen. High screen by Iguodaro. Now Allen on an island. will feed it off to Iguodaro. Allen gets it back. It's a deep, deep three. And wow, he just, like, Allen's shooting, he hasn't looked close to making a shot. We've got an inclusion, I think. Nope. Yeah, we do. Ben Simmons is in the game. And it's Johnson who remains in. Who the hell just went to the bench? Milton's back in. So very proactive Geordie is with the subs. He's giving players very short stints on the court to keep them nice and energetic. And, well, I'm going to say it's going to optimize their play, surely. Zaires back in to the contest. We're 2 of 8 in the quarter, yet we only trail by 6 and have only been outscored by 3 in the quarter. What a look by Ben to feed Keon Johnson on the alley-oop. Usually it's the other way, but Keon Johnson's got hops and he was able to telegraph it or be on the end of it. Ben was able to telegraph it. KD guarded by Zaire. And there's another foul. And Zaire's like, where the fuck's the foul, bro? And Zaire's got 3 personals. Mate has been out there for, like... You honestly could microwave a mac and cheese for longer than Zaire's been out on the floor. Seriously. It's actually ridiculous. I think he's been out there like 3 or 4 minutes. That'd be a pretty hot mac and cheese, but... Just run with me. Just run with it. KD's first free throw is off, and he doesn't miss too often. But, well, when he does, comes as a surprise, and I can tell you right now that was surprising. One more free throw here for Kevin Durant. The Suns lead by 4. The Nets have played a very valiant performance to this stage in the game. He makes the second, splits the pair. It's a 5-point lead for Phoenix. And so... yeah, the Nets, man, they're missing like 8 players, and here we are in a contest against a very good Suns outfit. Well coached. Johnson bounced past to Ben. They're looking for that Johnson 3. It hasn't been on. It's been good coverage. Johnson steps back. It's off. And Zaire was there for the rebound, but KD, who hadn't committed, was actually better advantaged for position. Drive in. Numbers collapse. Forced into a pass. 3 by Dunn. It rims out. The rebound by Simmons. And he's going to slow things right down, I would assume. Nope. He's going to pass it to the backdoor cutter. Milton feeds it out. Johnson the roll. And the foul. Well done by CJ. 2 free throws coming up here. I believe that is Kevin Durant hit with the personal. So that's a beautiful pass by Ben. Because yet again, it's like circle works. I don't know if you know what that is. It's literally just moving the ball around in a circle. It's pretty simple. We started at top of the key. We spread it to the wing. We drove it in. Or we fed someone in the dunker spot who had cut back door, fed it back out to the other wing, and then was able to bring it in again, you know? Keep the opposing defense accountable. I said that all of last year and we never actually did it, but it's great to see a coach actually embraces that, because that's how you win basketball games, man. 3-point lead for the Nets after 2 free throws are converted at the line. We've not missed yet. Booker's guarded by Zaire, who's playing on 3 personals. And now it's Kevin Durant, who will back down Ben Simmons, shoot off one leg, and convert. I mean, there's not even any contest there because Kevin Durant just creates that separation. Simmons! Bro! And he did the too small. Are you taking the piss? Ben, you haven't done that all year. Oh my God. This is actually the most proactive I've seen Ben Simmons, man. And an offensive foul. Kevin Durant picks up 2 in quick time. And we will have a timeout as well. Mate, Ben, I'm not even joking that this first half right here is the most, what's the word? It's the most he hasn't held back. The amount of times he's actually taken it to the cup. Like, usually he will not go at smaller defenders. Ryan Dunn isn't that small, actually. And this man's just done the fucking too small. I would take exception to that. If Ben Simmons did that to you, mate, I think it's time to pack your bags and retire from the NBA, because you will forever be known for being the victim of a Ben Simmons too small. That's fucking crazy, that. Ben Simmons, bro. Mate, where the fuck has this been for like his whole Nets tenure? I haven't seen him play with this intensity for a long time. When is the last time that Ben Simmons took 6 shots in a half? When? When's the last time he made 5 shots in a half? Bro. This has me fucking baffled. Fucking hell. This is crazy. Just when you thought the Nets were going to actually get smoked, Ben Simmons has decided to rock up. 10 first half points. Mate, give me some more of that, Ben. I want to see him on 15 at the break. Because I reckon he's going to draw a foul with one of these as well, because he's just bullying them. He's bullying Phoenix. They play small ball, he's attacking it. They have Nurkic on the court while he's attacking that as well. It's actually mental. I actually cannot believe what I'm watching here. The Nets haven't even made a 3 in the quarter, and they still are basically... They're all tied. They're all tied in this second quarter. Not tied in the game, but tied in this second quarter. We have not made a 3-pointer. It's actually been a really good defensive second quarter. Like, made things a lot more difficult for them. I don't really know how to articulate it, but regardless, another turnover for Phoenix out of this, prior to the timeout, and the Nets will have the ball here through Ben Simmons. Finney-Smith returns. It's Milton, Johnson, and Williams rounding out the 5 for the Nets. Simmons the handoff to Williams. There's another foul. And this time it's on O'Neal. And Royce is like, that's fucking BS. No two ways about it. And we're going to get another foul. I would imagine the Nets are very close to being in the bonus here. There's been quite a few personals in quick time here for the Phoenix Suns. Ball inbounded to Ben. Take it at Nurkic. Go! Johnson. Screen set by Ben. Kick out to Finney-Smith. Bypasses KD. Another one. Cross by Williams. Good handle. Oh! I haven't seen that good of a handle by Zaire all season. That looked smooth. It's a 1-point lead for the Suns now. The Nets haven't led the whole game, but they're pretty close. KD on the roll. Pulls up for 2. Is long on the shot, but the offensive board by Nurkic. They'll get another crack. They fling it around the perimeter. The step back 3 by Booker is out. The board by Ben. Cross court to Johnson. The drive in. Williams doesn't shoot the 3. Weaves inside. Reverse, that was just a shocking attempt there. I don't know what he was thinking there. And KD will drive it in. Early offense. Kick out to Nurkic. Extra. Another extra. Jones in the other corner. That's brilliant ball movement by the Suns. Mate, you cannot defend that. You force them to play that way. You can't be too mad with that. The rotations just weren't up to par. And so the Suns back up by 4. Johnson, good hard screen by Ben. But good knock away by O'Neal. And then KD just fumbled it off his leg. They didn't even get it into the front court. And the Nets will have another go. It's basically like getting an offensive rebound. So the turnovers cancel each other out. And KD will go to the bench with that stoppage. So a little bit disappointing. (50-46) the scoreline. It's been a pretty tight tussle most of the way. No one has led by double figures. And while there's only one team that's led in this game. Ben fakes the handoff to Johnson, goes to Milton instead. Martin relocates, another 3. He's loving it! He's hit another one. 4 threes. He's accounted for more than half of our makes. This is insanity, bro. Roll by Beal. Ben has to come over and help, but he didn't really do anything, and Beal just scored the easy push shot. And so it's a 9. Oh, where did I get the number 9 from? It's a 3-point game. Johnson, it's waved off. There's a foul on the floor, and it's on D Book. But I don't understand how you can call a foul, but it's not on the shot. That doesn't make much sense to me. So Booker's picked up 2. Kevin Durant's got 2. I'm not an official, so I would not be able to tell you if that was the right or wrong call, but what I can tell you is Schroeder's back into the game for Milton. Simmons, the bounce pass to Johnson. He weaves inside. There is a lob option. They wanted the pocket pass to Ben. It was open momentarily, and Johnson definitely knew he was there, but wasn't able to get it to him. It was knocked away out of bounds. We will go again at the 4:20 mark. 7 to shoot for the Nets. Schroeder's looking. Got to get it in. Gets it to Ben. Cross court. Martin again. Oh my... Are you kidding me? He's our 13th man on the roster. He hasn't scored 15 NBA points in his life. And he scored 15 in fucking 8 minutes. It's 54-52. The Suns respond quickly, but the game was tied momentarily. Give it to Martin. We want the lead. Instead, it's Finney-Smith. Yes! Let's go! 1 point lead for the Nets. It's the first lead of the game. We've hit 8 3-pointers. We're going at 40% from out there. Martin take a bow. Finney-Smith with the steal. Run! 3-on-1, 4-on-1 fast break. Martin again, the alley-oop layup. He's actually playing out of his mind. Selfless basketball. They missed the lob jam the other way. The Yes Network crew were too carried away looking at other players because I didn't actually see the transition sequence. Are you fucking joking? Tyrese Martin. Have any of you in the chat watched Tyrese Martin highlights in your life? No, until today. That will change. 3:28 left. Booker is going to the line. He was fouled on that alley-oop jam attempt. We did well to ensure it wasn't a score, but mate, Tyrese Martin, 17 points, 6 of 8 from the field. Geordie is making bums look like excellence. This guy, what the hell is this? We're leading against the fucking Phoenix Suns, bro. Without Cam Thomas. Our best offensive option. Well, apparently I didn't know our best offensive option was actually sitting 8 deep on the bench. Johnson to Ben. Handoff back to Johnson. Nurkic is playing drop coverage, so there will be an opportunity that opens up. Instead, hands out to Schroeder. Foul. Free throws. Beal has 3 personals, and we're getting a look at the line. That's really smart basketball there by the Nets. Really smart by Schroeder. Attacked the one-on-one there. And we haven't done a great job of getting to the line in this first half, but you definitely can give yourself a bit of relief on that end if you can allow this number to surmount. First free throw for Dennis. Definitely had a more low-key first half. This team is playing out of their skin, man. Second quarter hasn't been the most offensively gifted quarter, but we find ourselves leading the way, outscoring them by 5 so far in the quarter. Make it 6, 25-19 in the quarter after the Suns cracked on and hit 37 opening quarter points. It's been a great defensive second quarter. Nurkic on the outside. Guarded by Ben. Knock away by Ben. What? Oh, that was so close. Ben nearly had a steal. He's playing... Mate, if I'd have told you that Ben Simmons and Tyrese Martin were going to be our 2 best players in this opening half, well, you would have called me crazy, mate. You would have you would have wanted me to go to a mental hospital. Oh, Ben nearly got a steal off the inbounds as well. Beal, drive in, easy two. That's what happens when you overcommit. But I like the intensity. I like the intensity, mate. That's how we've played the whole first half. And usually it's paid off. It nearly did there. Geordie's going to call a timeout at the 2:45 mark of this second quarter. This is amazing, right? We are on track to hit like 65 to 70 points without Cam Thomas in the team. That's fucking crazy, man. That's crazy. This is crazy. If you are enjoying so far, if you're liking the energy, if you're liking the box score, if you're liking just the way I go about it, make sure to drop a like. Show some support on the stream, man. Show some support. We need it. We love it. And subscribe if you're new, because we'll be back in a couple days bringing the same energy, much like the team are in a game against the Magic, who did win today. And they are playing some very good basketball recently, even without Paolo taking to the court for them. So, man, this has just been a stellar first half, man. You just love to see it. I mean, the headliner story, Tyrese Martin, 17 points. Ben's got 10, 4, and 2. Cam Johnson has been a great facilitator of the ball. He looks like he's probably on track for a career high in assists, you know, the way it's going. I don't think he's ever had double-digit assists before. And Ben Simmons, despite the 3 personals, no steals, no blocks, I feel like he's had quite a few half steals in there. And then off the bench, man, Watford scored 7. Everyone's gotten on the board. Everyone's chimed in. The key thing for me is that 6 players have 6 points or more. So that is massive. We're basically getting a Cam Thomas scoreline here with Tyrese Martin. It's actually crazy. We've hit 9 threes. We've not missed a free throw. So we're closing gaps that were disparities in the first half. We've only committed 3 first half turnovers, and they've shipped off 9 turnovers. Shooting the ball above 50% from the field. I mean, the Suns are going lights out, but we've taken 13 extra shots, hit a couple more threes. We've well and truly closed the gap. So, mate, this Tyrese Martin performance, though, is just... Has anyone ever heard of this guy? Like, this is crazy, man. This is a G Leaguer, and he's fucking showing them up. He's leading everyone on the court for points. This is not fantasy land you're living in. This is real life. He'd only hit 5 threes in his career before tonight in 21 games. I don't know where the 21 games have come from. Schroeder off balance. It's off. Johnson, great knack on the glass, but wasn't able to bat it back into play to favor. Nurkic down the middle. That's a stupid foul. You gotta put your arms away. Nurkic going like a fucking freight train at the rim, and Martin's gone with this piss weak touch foul that's always going to result in absolutely nothing good for the defensive unit. So an easy 2 off glass +1, and a free throw will be inbound here. Nurkic makes both, or one, should I say. Gets maximum value for that and one there. 61-59 the score. Nets down 2, outscoring in this quarter. Finney-Smith hands it back to Dennis. Thought about the 3. Nurkic playing a little bit higher up, which means that the paint is more open, which means that Schroeder could get the layup up, but it's good defense by Beal. Here's Booker on the outside, steps into a 3. It is off, and it hits the top of the backboard, which means that by default it resets with net basketball. So 61-59 the score. We're about to exceed or breach the final 2 minutes of this first half here. It is, man, the Nets who have put up a fucking valiant performance here. Playing against Beal, Durant, Booker, Watford, top of the key, had Nurkic in the air. Oh my God, he had an open lane there. He also had an open 3. decided to put the rock on the floor and instead got pinged for a travel, that's killer. That hurts. Yep, he definitely moved. Definitely moved. Booker gets by Finney-Smith, falling away with the right, doesn't get the bounce. Rebound by Johnson. He'll bring it up. Hand off to Schroeder. Early offense. Pump fake. Kick out. Finney-Smith, ready to fire. It's off. It was that bad a miss. How did Johnson not get a foul headed his way? Swear he got grabbed around the neck. Nurkic, in an absolute C by himself, up top, hands it to Allen. Wants a cutter. Skip pass instead to Dunn. Drive in. Beal. 3. No. Rebound. Yes, by the Nets. Schroeder has a lot of space. Gave it to Watford. We'll give it back to Schroeder. He's going to drive on Nurkic. That's an easy blow by, and it was either going to result in a foul or an easy 2, or maybe a combination of both. But it is going to result in 2 free throws for Schroeder here. He's done well in taking it to the hole. He hasn't shot it all that efficiently, but another personal for Nurkic. That's 3 on him. And the Suns have, well, they've got a few in foul trouble as well. Iguodala's getting ready to check in to ensure that Nurkic is going to be able to play most of the second half because, well, you don't want to pick up a 4th in the final minute of the second here. So Schroeder can tie the game at 61 with a couple makes, and he converts the first, so half of the way there. O'Neal in, and he will come grab, I believe, Ryan Dunn. The Nets closing this half with Schroeder, Johnson, Finney-Smith, Watford, and the hot hand Tyrese Martin on the floor. Second free throw for Schroeder is good. So we're all locked up. Right back where we started. 61 apiece as we enter the final minute to play in this first half. It's Beal, guarded by Finney-Smith, top of the key. The screen by Allen. The drive in by Beal. 7 to shoot. O'Neal. The cutter is Iguodala. He shoots with the left and is short. The Nets can get the lead back here. Schroeder. Trailer is Watford. Euro had to be fouled. And there is the reach, and it's on Iguodala. So the 2-for-1, well converted by the Nets, but I would imagine the Suns maybe are going to be able to move this quite quickly. A 10-second difference between shot and game. So if they're in a rush, they really could score the ball here. Durant has not played the back end of this first half. Maybe they're being a little bit preservative with his minutes. Should I say conservative? Because he did play last night. However, he did play under 30 minutes, so maybe he's going to be played pretty heavily in the second half. Watford, second free throw. And it's a make. Nets up 2. 35 seconds to play here. 10-second difference between shot and game. They don't look all that interested in a 2-for-1, so they're going to go a little bit slower. Beal takes it inside. The turn, the kick out. O'Neal is open for 3, and he's off. Get that rebound. Get that rebound, you idiots. Booker, off window. It's tied. We had the look. We could have gotten the fucking rebound, but everyone just watched a little bit. Didn't box out. Booker was in the right place. 1 possession here for the Nets to get the lead. Schroeder the 3. It's badly off, and the rebound by Booker. He's got 1 second to get it up. Will he get it off in time? He does. And off glass. That wasn't too far away, but that is the break. And we are all square. In Phoenix, it is the Nets who scored 29 second quarter points to the Suns 26. And probably for the first time in his life, I think Tyrese Martin is getting an interview by the Yes Network crew here. Why did I just change that? 37? 26. Yep, Tyrese Martin is getting an interview, ladies and gentlemen. You could not have seen the writing on the wall if it was fucking highlighted, mate. Like, if that shit was in bold and highlighted, you still wouldn't be able to see the writing on the wall. Tyrese Martin had 33 points in his career in 21 games. 33 in his career. He's got 17 and a half. And he's hit 5 3-pointers. if we're talking about unforeseen shit to happen, this is unforeseen. Nets are keeping up with the full-powered Suns. That is the thing as well. They have one injury, and it's Colin Gillespie. Who even is that guy? And so that's what makes this just bewildering, that we're in this contest. We're in it. We're not only in it, but we're in it to win it. Mate, this team doesn't fucking sit down. It's actually ridiculous. And look at this minute allocation, right? This is unorthodox. Every single net has played 10 minutes, which is pretty unique, I'll say. Tyrese Martin with 13 minutes, 17 points, 5 of 9. Sorry, 5 of 6, which, I mean, that just flatters him even more. Schroeder's not even shooting the ball well, which means that second half we may be subjected to a shooting clinic, is what I'll say. Watford's got 9. He's done it in different ways. And then Cam Johnson, honestly, triple-double watch, could very well be on the cards here. 6, 6, and 5 in the first half for him. He's only made 1 field goal, but he's done some pretty nice things without needing to shoot the rock. Finney Smith, a couple of threes. He's been pretty low volume, but he's done his job. And then Ben Simmons, 10 points, 5 of 6 shooting. Now, I don't want to hype Ben Simmons up too much and pump his tires, but, mate, this guy, that first half was almost the best shooting half I've seen from him in a long time. And it's not for the, scoring half. It's not for the fact that he's got 10 points. It's not the number. It's the way it happened. This guy, multiple times, was just getting into the body of defenders at the rim and actually going downhill. Like, still very passive at stages, but mate, if the opening's there, go for it. And this is a common thing with Ben. He'll score the 10 points, but he won't score again in the game. He needs to be pushing 20 points in the second half. He needs to be taking another 6 shots in this second half and try hit that 8 or 9 shots made. He has not done that in a couple of years. So that's what's got to be the key for him. We didn't end the half shooting the ball too well, but the free throw number has helped us out a lot here, because at the start of the game, we could not keep them off the line. We had a number of players in foul trouble, and it was killing us on the scoreboard. That's why we conceded 37 points in the first half. But then you look at the second quarter and you see that we're only down by 4 free throws now. We've hit every single one of ours. The 3-pointers, we've made more, so that output's working. And then we've had 10 more shots total. We've made the same amount, but, you know, the 3-pointers are really helping us out here. And the free throw number is slowly disintegrating in terms of that disparity that there was. So I'm pretty interested to see what the second half has in store for us. We've got 6 players with 6 or more points, which is a great sign. And it's not down to players. It's not down to one thing. We've got a lot of unique skill sets out there. Looking at it from a team perspective, I mean, Martin's hit 5 threes. Then you look at Schroeder and Johnson. They've found a way to get to the free throw line and keep the scoreboard ticking over that way. Trenton Watford's done a little bit of everything. A 3, a couple of 2s, free throws. You've seen it all. And then Finney Smith, a couple of 3s as well. Ben, I mean, that in itself is a bit of an anomaly. That's pretty tough to say. An anomaly. The only players in foul trouble, I think we need to just pay attention to that a little. Ben Simmons and Zaire on 3 fouls each, which is, well, we need Ben in the game to guard KD, amazingly, he's played 14 minutes, which doesn't really check out with me because it felt like he was off. I think he was off for the final 6 minutes of that half, and they need him out there. He's only taken 6 shots. He's been pretty passive for most of the game, but they're still shooting the ball very well. I mean, they're 22 of 38, but they only made 2 of their last 8. So those percentages that they started with have well and truly dropped off, and we've done well to force turnovers as well. 9 of those in the first half. KD is 4 turnovers. I think Geordie would be absolutely ecstatic with that going into the second half, and holding KD to 10 points. D Book's the issue, but, you know, I think we cleaned that up a little bit in the second quarter because he was getting a lot of free throws early. Personal foul situation. Nurkic on 3, Dunn on 3, KD 2, O'Neal 2, Booker 2. So I don't suspect that KD and Booker are going to be in foul trouble, especially if KD is going to play sub 30 minutes. But that's the wrap. That is the wrap up for the first half, man. And I think we should also just take a quick gander at the team stats, because this tells you a fair bit, right? Team stats, team stats, team stats. Where are you at? Here we are. Team stats. So, offensive rebounds 5-2. We're getting outdone by 4 on the boards, but I would say that's because we've had quite a few misses. We're 5-2 on the glass. That's pretty good. For a team that's not got a conventional center in the lineup, that's a really good sign. Assist numbers are higher than them, even though I would say the ball's moving pretty well for them. Blocks, they've had more. Steals, we've had a few. Points off turnovers. This is the big one. And this is why we've won the last couple of games. I feel like this number's ballooned or been very advantageous to us. 15 points to 4 off turnovers. That is a great number. Fast break points are pretty even. Not too many points there. But the fast break point... Oh, sorry, not the fast break points. The points off turnovers. 15-4 in the way of the Nets. That is massive. And the points in the paint I thought would get cooked inside. It's only a 4-point advantage. 28-24. So they've been happy to shoot the ball from the outside, and they're sort of getting rinsed a little bit. All right. So that is the situation as it currently stands. Make sure to share your thoughts in the chat. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are new as well. We will be back for Nets Orlando in a couple of days' time. And look, we say it time and time again. This is just mental. Like every single game we've been hit with a new challenge. And it's crazy. You just wouldn't be able to predict the fact that Devin Booker and Kevin Durant are on par with Tyrese Martin and Ben Simmons right now. That is actually ridiculous. That's ridiculous. This first half, yet again, I honestly thought the Warriors game was going to be the best we got. And we weren't going to see a repeat. Like, I thought, no Thomas today. 4 quarters without him, I feel like the offense is going to stall. It may still stall, but for us to have scored 63.5 and be tied up with Phoenix, with Johnson only scoring 6 points, I would have called you crazy. I would have called you crazy. There's no other way to put it. So you love to see it. It's great. We love that. So yeah, that is the situation as we head into the second half. This just means Geordie is the greatest coach of all time. Honestly, like, let's not take the piss here. I think Geordie just needs to win Coach of the Year. Can we just end it now? Stop the count. Just end it. Stop the count. Call it a day. I just don't think there's any competition, really. It's actually just getting a bit tiresome at this point. Why are we playing well? Is the biggest question on everyone's mind right now. Why are the Nets, the fucking Nets, who should be tanking, mind you, they've got nobodies. Why? it just, I mean, this team never fails to deliver, man. It's crazy. So we've got a long way to go here. In this game, still another 24 minutes of this match to occur. And look, granted, I don't think Tyrese Martin is going to account for another 17 points in this second half. But, mate, this is just like... It's just the fact we're in this position right now, which I just cannot wrap my head around. And this Phoenix team held LA to 102 points. I don't know if that's just because the Lakers are shit, but the Lakers in theory should be a lot better than us. And yet we have 63 in the first half. Now, that being said, yesterday, the game at halftime, the scoreline was 62-60 Phoenix's way. Now, it's eerily similar today. But then in the second half, they outscored them 59-40. So they outscored them by 18 in the third quarter. They call it the premiership quarter for a reason. That's where games are won. That's where championships are won. So this is going to be the tester. What version of the Suns are we going to see out of the halftime break? Because look, if the Suns deliver, then I think we could see something similar to what we saw with the Lakers game yesterday. However, if we don't, then I think the Nets are honestly in with a real shot. They're playing the Suns on the second night of a back-to-back. Yes, they didn't play bulk minutes, heavy minutes, because the game was, in essence, over pretty early on. But if they're able to outlast them in the third quarter, like just hang around, I honestly think that we... I don't mean to excite here, but we potentially could do it again. We could somehow win this one again. This is... If we win today... I just don't know what I'd do with myself. Honestly, I may have to buy a Tyrese Martin jersey just to take the piss. Because this game will go down in folklore. Net folklore, man. We've got Orlando next up, so if you want to stay notified about when I go live next, make sure to hit the subscribe button and stay notified. And you can also like the stream as well. The support would be much appreciated if you think if you think the work I'm doing is worth it. So, get around it. Get around the stream, ladies and gents. I reckon it's the best around. And I'm only saying it from like a visual perspective because graphically, I'm in love with my graphics. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty slick. Looks pretty clean. Put a bit of work in. So hopefully it's making your viewing experience of this stream a little bit easier. The Nets came into this game sitting 8th. And of course, they can definitely rise up the ranks if they win today. It's actually mental, man. We would be a game and a half off the Knicks. And given the Knicks had won like 6 games in a row, or like 4 or 5 games in a row, that's sort of mental. So, here we go. Second half, about to get underway. The Mo's looking a little bit long. Probably got to clean that up. Anyway, that's shit I got to do later. As for the moment, we've got something important to deal with. It is the Nets who went, well, they're bloody testing. Damn, now that I've touched the Mo, it's actually a little bit irritating. All right. So second half about to commence. It is the Nets who are 8-10 taking on Phoenix who are 9-10-7 actually. Alrighty. Here we go. Second half action underway. The Nets have got the ball. They can take the lead off the rip. Ben, drive it in, mate. Although there is a wide open Johnson 3, that off-ball movement works every single time, and no defense ever latches onto it. There's no learning curve. Oh, sorry, there is a heavy learning curve, and no one's ever been able to overcome it. KD 1-on-1, guarded by Finney-Smith. Drive in and pull up 2. It's great defense. The shot is short. The Nets will get into a set early. It's Simmons. There is a couple trailers. Schroeder is one of them. He puts the head down, steps inside, turnaround J. Rainbow jumper is good. The first 5 of the quarter go the way of the Nets. Booker on the perimeter. The quick response? No. Rebound by Williams. Simmons. Will he hit the corner? Schroeder's off. Oh, Zaire nearly with the offensive rebound. But it's off. Rebound for the Suns. KD will feed Nurkic who rolls. Good collapse. Kick out to Beal. Skip pass to Jones. Thought about the 3. To the corner for Booker. The tray is good. And that was an important make because, well, we could have gone on a little bit of a 7-0 burst to kick us off here in this second half. But the Suns do well to avoid that. Schroeder gets inside. It's another open 2. Knew he missed it. Good rollover by Jones to affect the shot. And now Beal, early offense. Good D by Ben. But then he gets absolutely killed. Oh my God. Beal blew the layup. He was in acres of space. Johnson the kick out right at the feet of Williams. It's still in. Ben passed up an open layup on Jones to feed Finney-Smith. It's a practice shot and he hits the tray. Bradley Beal, I don't know, he's looking at his hands, but that's what you do when you know you're shit. That's like how you save face for missing an open layup and looking embarrassing. Beal rolls, kick out to Jones, it's an open look, and they cannot make. Ben with the board. The Nets don't look overly eager to get into a set. So Ben has the weight. Finney-Smith has a lot of space. Nurkic sagged off, but the 3 was also off. Durant to Beal. Pass at the feet. But Beal's able to collect. There's a foul. And that's a really soft one right there. First real stoppage here of this second half. How the hell has Bradley Beal missed that? That is a Ben Simmons layup right there. It's pretty ironic that Ben was actually guarding and allowed the backdoor cut for that to happen. Good switching off the ball by the Nets. Booker will set the screen and slip. Beal, brilliant cross. Lost Johnson, but the rebound by Ben Simmons. Another shot hits the heel. Trailer is Williams, goes down the middle. Extra, good take by Ben. Mate, you've got Booker on you. Take him in. Restricted area. Oh my God. Mate, what are you fucking doing? Ben. Schroeder's talking to Ben, and I assume the conversation is, Ben, shoot the fucking ball. Turn your ass around. Fucking hell, mate. Had an open shot, man. Or not an open shot, but it might as well have been, bro. You got the mismatch. Take it in. Durant. Beautiful pass to Beal in the corner. The drive, the extra kick out to Booker. Good fight by Schroeder on the interior there. Good D by Zaire to force the miss. Schroeder gets the rebound over Nurkic and then wins the foul. That is fucking brilliant by Dennis. Mate, he fought for that position for about 10 seconds on Nurkic and then was able to body him up to ensure he doesn't get that rebound. That is selfless team play. And that's what you love to see. So 8:30 to play here in this third quarter. The Nets have started very, very positively. Johnson on the outside against the former Ball Club. Schroeder. Now out to Ben. Drive it in. Drive it in, fam. Ben the cut. Layup. Yes! It's like he wants to take it with a full head of steam, but he can't do it when he has the ball in his hands. It doesn't make any sense. Ben's got his first 2 of the second half. He's got 12 in the game. Beal, guarded by Zaire, way up top. The drive down the middle. Ben with the rollover. Turnover. What? Challenge, challenge, challenge. These officials do not have a bloody clue, mate. 5 seconds to shoot for Phoenix if this goes their way, but Geordie's going to challenge it, mate. That is undisputed off Beal. It's not even close. Oh. That is going to be pretty impossible to guess. Oh, they may actually win that. They may actually win that. Which is just a little bit frustrating because, well, yeah. I thought that was going our way, not going to lie. So, right now, 73-66. The Nets have outscored them by 7 in the quarter. And only 3 points for the Suns to show in their first 4 minutes of this. What? Brooklyn Grid is a real thing. It is a bloody real thing. You're seeing it right now. You're seeing it in person, mate. It is brilliant to see. And out the gate in this second half, you're seeing a bit more of it because we're on a 10-3 run to kick us off here. And Cam Johnson, mate, double-double watch, triple-double watch, you can say it all. He has played a very, very well-rounded game. Schroeder's got 11, missing quite a few shots. Ben Simmons could also have a double-double by the end of this. He's taken a little bit more responsibility in this second half. He's the rebounds are going to him, and he is getting into the offense early. And it's good to see he's got a couple points. But as I said at halftime, I want Ben to hit 20 in this game. That is the goal. That needs to be the goal. Mate, he's in a great position to do it. He's just got to carry it out. It's about consistency. So, usually, the consistency doesn't exist in a game like this. He'll score 10 and then score 2. I look away for 5 minutes and we're up 7. Yeah, well, this is just the new normal, mate. We beat up the good sides and the shit. But it would be so on brand for us to end up losing to like a Utah or some shit. Anyway, 73-66. This team has started the third exceptionally, and the Suns have gone cold from the field, which was their, well, that's what they could brag about in the game yesterday and even in this first quarter, but seems like they've really slowed down. We lost the challenge, and I can get behind that because that is true. Good collapse, a turnover, Zaire with the steal, Zaire with the jam, the double clutch. Beautiful. The collapse on KD, that's turnover number 5. Oh, he nearly got it again. Then he stole it. Good boy. Good. Zaire with 2 knockaways. Previous possession, then he tried to go for a swipe again. And then, whilst he wasn't successful the first time, he persisted and he pickpocketed the man. The Nets can get out to a double-digit lead. Here's Ben. Hand off to Johnson. Roll, Ben. Roll. There's a foul. Oh, the foul was on the floor. It would have been a +1. It would have been a +1. Oh, that is a pain. We would have been up 12. How is that not continuation? Where the fuck is there no continuation in that? Give us a break. Ben, take it in. He hesitated. He handed it off to Johnson. The drive in. The open three. It's Schroeder. Yes! Oh, baby. We're up 12. We're on a 15-3 run in the quarter. We've hit 6 of our 9 shots. The Suns are 1 of 7. Nurkic guarded by Finney-Smith. There's a foul off the ball. And I reckon Ben's going to get hit with it because I definitely saw him hold the jumper on KD as he tried to cut to the basket. It's just crazy though because we just don't have like a number one on this team, but they still leave shooters open. 6:55 to play in the third. We're seeing an early change and it'll be Schroeder who comes... Williams who heads to the bench. He's picked up his 4th personal, so it wasn't Ben with the foul. Allen's in for Phoenix. Good denial initially on KD. Then he misses another 2 in the mid-range. Good D by Ben. Oh, beautiful underarm pass. Schroeder with the finger roll. 17-3 run. It's Ben with the dime. He's doing fucking everything this quarter. KD, the cross on Finney-Smith, the drive in. He turned it over again. Pushed the pace to the corner. Johnson 3. Oh my God, that is a waste. I've got all this energy. I'm hyping you up. You gotta capitalize on that. Jones to the corner for Allen. They don't want to shoot the ball. There was an open 3 and he passed it up. Durant over Ben. It's a tough shot. It rims. Oh, you lucky bastard, mate. You lucky bastard. Got the lucky roll. That did not look like going in. The rotations on the ball. Got it down. There's a foul, and it's on Booker. Johnson is just on a tear for scoring after the whistle's blown because he's just scored another one off the glass. Oh, mate. 80-69. The Nets up 11. They've only conceded 6 in 6 minutes. That's so lucky. The shooters roll, man. Ben. Oh! Beautiful backdoor cut by CJ, but Ben's pass was too saucy. It was a fucking rocket, and it went right through the hands. 80-69 the score. We're about to get into the halfway point. Well, we've exceeded the halfway point. That's a complete discard by Allen there. And it was an easy layup at the rim. No resistance. No defensive collapse there to help out CJ, who has got the ball now, and he'll use the Ben screen. There's been a fair bit of a 2-man game between those two. Ben, back to Johnson. Another screen set to the corner for Milton. Johnson in the middle, and he scores the push shot for 2. Johnson in double figures now for scoring. There is another foul. That is... Bro, what the fuck is that? How are you calling a foul for that? That's toilet paper soft. 1 ply, mate. Fuck. We've got 5 minutes to play here in this third quarter. Johnson heads to the bench. Great minutes by him. 82-71. The scoreline. Booker will inbound to Plumlee. At least he's looking there, but instead we deny it, and it goes straight to KD. Guarded by Finney-Smith. Numbers collapse again. It's another pass deflected out of bounds. KD, man, is absolutely drowning. It's like he's chained up by rocks and has been thrown into the ocean. He's fucking sinking. Booker fumbled it, but was able to recollect. The turn gets inside. There's the foul. Doesn't get the roll. I don't really know how you're supposed to play defense any better than that, and you still get hit with a foul. It's just, that's the modern NBA for you. So 2 free throws for Booker. So Booker can get it down back into single figures here with a couple makes. this has just been a mental quarter, man. O'Neal is in the game. 4:45 to play in the third. So what did I say at halftime? I said at halftime, are we going to get the Suns third quarter of last night, or are we going to get something completely different? And well, I said that if we are able to withstand a potential charge out of the halftime break, we'll be in a very good spot. And here we are in a very good spot. Here's Martin. Oh, that is a beautiful cross. Ben with the pirouette, the hook shot. That is ridiculous. Not the play itself, but the fact it was Tyrese Martin and Ben Simmons doing it. Booker flings it across to the wing for Allen. The screen set by Plumlee, who rolls. Knocked away. Milton with the steal. We've got a leak out. We've got trailers. We've got everything. It's Martin. Oh, mate, a man shooting 5 of 6 in the first half. You would back him in to hit that. Skip pass to O'Neal. Extra. Durant. Oh, wow. That's a bad miss. Get that board. Good boy. Good boy. What? Oh, how is that a foul? Just biggest bailout. Oh, my God. They're in the bonus as well. Oh, that is just such a bailout, man. Oh, mate, it's not my fault KD is built like a toothpick and he's gotten decked. He got decked by a fucking G-Leaguer, mate. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's accommodating. KD at the line to shoot a couple. The Suns in the bonus, and they make the first. Mate, they've dried up from the field for sure. That's why the Nets are in this position right now, because the defense has been, well, just superb. KD only he scored 14 points, which isn't awful on 50%. But the turnovers, you don't want to look at those if you're a Kevin Durant fan. He's been absolutely killed by the Nets defense. He hasn't been able to look after it. He's looked pretty shaky. The Nets up 9. Shake Milton out there with Johnson, Watford, Finney-Smith, and Martin. It's nearly an all-bench lineup. Here is Martin. He fumbled it, but was able to collect the handoff. 6 to shoot. Watford guarded by Plumlee. 3 to shoot. Gets inside. Wasn't able to score with the push shot. KD will push the pace. And here he is now, guarded by Finney-Smith. That's too easy. I mean, Geordie's going to call a timeout there because that was really lackluster. That's pretty disappointing stuff there to just allow an easy runway. But Geordie knows when to call a timeout, and that's a very good timeout to call because you just can't allow that. That's unacceptable right there. I can't believe this. I'm happily shocked. This is shocking. This is the shock event of the year. You know when TV shows pretend that there's like some shock factor when there really isn't? And they say it's like the television event of the year. Well, this is, I would say, the television event of the year right here. Just the regular, everyday Nets game. Because, you know, it's box office, mate. This is box office. You love to see it. And let's take a look at the box score. My Mo is really pissing me off. For God's sake. We have got... I'm just trying to take a look here, just to update Cam Johnson's stat line, who is just absolutely stuffing the stat sheet today. 11 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Ben Simmons. I don't know the last time I could say this, but 14 points on 7 of 8 shooting, 7 rebounds and 6 assists. That's a really impressive performance. You got Martin with the 17, of course. He's probably going to crash back down to earth. Schroeder's got 16. He's been very busy in this third quarter and very efficient as well, may I add. And yeah, there's some other contributions in there too, but third quarter, better than the second. That starting lineup really came out with a purpose and a point to prove. And right now, they're in a great position to, well, cause another upset. I was going to do a video on the Warriors game, but look, if we win this, I'm going to need to do a video on the full West Coast trip. Because, like, fam, this is uncalled for. For a Nets team this short-handed to be beating the Suns, bro. So 84-77 the score. We've got 3 minutes left in the third quarter. And it will be Schroeder who returns to the game after this timeout. We've got 4 guards out there, basically. Sorry, 3. Schroeder. Open look for Watford. Good closeout by Plumlee, but it allowed an easy blow by. Good contest by KD. Forces the miss. Putting the team on his back. Pulls up for 2 over 2. And scores again. 79-84. KD is carrying them. Pretty much. If it wasn't for him, I don't know how many points this team has. The Suns in the third quarter. Bounce pass by Schroeder to Milton. A little bit loose. They get it to Williams in the corner. Watford's left alone. And he will keep on firing. Martin gets the rebound. A fumble there by Allen. Watford stole it away and then nearly threw it away. Milton with 6 to shoot. Schroeder's open. Don't leave him out there because he'll fucking hit the shot. 87-79. We made something out of absolutely nothing there. Grayson Allen almost needs to be sent to the moon for that error because he's turned another potential bucket for the Suns, which would be really good to capitalize on the momentum. Meanwhile, Williams with another steal, his third of the quarter, and he scores another 2 on the leak out. Oh, he's been brilliant in this third quarter. Another bucket off turnovers. Tyus Jones, the kick out to O'Neal, needs to score, and that's a very important bucket to make to get it back down to 7. Inside the final 2 minutes, Schroeder fakes the handoff, then faked the shot, then got it back on the 1-2, and was left. So unfortunately, the Nets come up short on that play. Durant will drive on Schroeder. Shoot off glass, it's off. Plumlee missed the putback, and then the Nets snatched it away. Big by Zaire to disrupt. And then the extra feed. Martin hangs for 2 and flexes. Mates! This guy is playing brilliantly, and I think he's been hit with a T. No, it's not a T. Bro, Zaire Williams in this third quarter, take a fucking bow, man. Take a bow. So many steals on that, in that situation there, just a couple moments ago. Plumlee looked like he had the rebound, 2 hands on it. Zaire knocks it away, and we go out in transition and score the 2. That is just brilliant persistence. And that's what Zaire was so good at the other night as well on the glass. That is something out of nothing right there. So 1:11 to play in the third. The Nets are up by 9 on the Suns. And this is just... This team continues to surprise, man. It's actually crazy. Jones getting picked up in the full court by Schroeder. Now Zaire will take Durant. That is a foul off the ball. Go the other way, thank you. And then Coach Bud, send him out. Eject him. Eject his ass. Coach Bud is livid. Tyus Jones decked Schroeder off the ball. I don't know really what he's complaining for. We're going to get a technical foul, and then we'll have the ball as well. We have fucking rattled them, mates. We have rattled them. Let's have a look. Bit of holding there. And then he gets thrown to the ground. Coach Bud was livid, but I don't think the way he's reacting necessarily aligns with how bad the decision was. Because I don't necessarily think it was an awful decision. Could make a case. So Schroeder could put the Suns to the sword a little bit more. Foul. It's waved off. How is that not on the shot, bro? Again. How many times has this happened today? Like, that is clearly on the gather. Where... Oh, that's a bit tough. Anyway, Schroeder's going to go at Tyus Jones this time and be persistent. 5 to shoot. Shoots a 3. Oh my God. He hit the shot, top of the key, and it's been chalked off to an offensive foul. You can't challenge it, Dennis. Oh my God. That is a fucking flop. Kevin Durant misses. We've got the leak out. Williams again. Extra. He tried to be too messy. Overcomplicated. You just needed to go up yourself. Durant the drive. It's an easy dunk. So we basically get punished in the exact fashion we could have punished them. And so the Nets will hold for 1 now. Up 8. We have the chance to get it back up to double figures. It does not matter the shot selection. 7 to shoot. 6 to shoot. Switch. Guarded by Allen. Schroeder 1-on-1. Head down. Layup. It's a foul. Schroeder got hit. Falling away. That is a massive bailout with basically 1 second on the clock. Yeah, Zaire needs to go up. He's done it so well on most occasions, those leak outs. He takes it himself. He just needed to do that again. But instead he gives up a 2 on the other end. Regardless, the Nets can make up those 2 points here at the line through Dennis again, who's playing like a menace. He's living up to the nickname. Schroeder's got 11 in the quarter. It's been massive in getting the Nets this breathing space, and he's going to tack on a couple extra. Johnson will come onto the court for Zaire because you cannot afford Zaire to pick up a foul, especially after the beautiful defensive masterclass in the third quarter. 1 more free throw here for Dennis. And the Suns will have 1 free throw to get it up their end. Don't do anything stupid. Ball's inbounded, and it's... Oh! The Suns have thrown it in the length of the court, but no one touched the ball. It's going to end up at our end, so we have a chance to double the output on this trip to this end of the court. Schroeder will inbound. Who are we going to get it to? Need to find a man. Martin, 3, fall away. Oh! Oh my God. There's a foul. There's a foul. Yes. Please be a foul. Coach Bud was bewildered. Is there a foul? They're going to look to see, I think, if he was fouled before the buzzer. Because it would be a bailout if... Well... Oh, that is a foul. That is a foul. That is a foul. He's standing behind the line. He got the shot off. And KD breached. He went into the landing room. Could that even be deemed a flagrant? Tyrese Martin has somehow been fouled on a 3. He's been that lethal of a threat that KD was a bit overzealous on the closeout. And with 0.1 he was fouled. Oh my God. He was fouled with 0.1. That's crazy. They could have also checked for a flagrant, but I don't think it's going to be. Let's have a listen to the verdict. That is so funny. We have gone from being fouled at the free throw line with like 1 second left. Like, is it possible to get 5 points in 1 second? Has that ever happened before? because we're about to potentially get that reward right here. KD fouled the shooter, and to be more specific, Tyrese Martin in the corner on the closeout with 0.1 seconds on the clock. And the Suns faithful erupted into boos when they heard the verdict by the official. So Martin at the line to shoot 3. Makes the first. I don't believe he's scored in the quarter, but he just changed that there with the free throw. These 3 shots could be massive. These 3 points we could get could be massive. And equally, a miss from this situation could be massive. But we've been very good at the line and putting the Suns to the sword. So 96-84 the scoreline here. With 1/10, the Suns are barely going to be able to operate. We miss, get the rebound, but it's going to be waved off. So unfortunately, we only get 2 of the 3 free throws, but that is better than none. So this team is up by a dozen against a full-strength Phoenix Suns, and we are missing Cam Thomas, Claxton, Sharp, Clowney, Bogdanovic. I could, continue. I probably missed a couple, and they probably deserve to be named, but the Nets dropped another 33 points in the third quarter. However, the difference was on the second night of a back-to-back, the Suns did not play the third quarter like they did yesterday. They outscored the Lakers by 18 in the third. Instead, today, they score 21 in the third and get outdone by 12. We look at the box score, and there are just good contributions everywhere. Johnson's got a couple of steals to go with his 11, 8, and 6. We've got Ben Simmons with 14, 7, and 8 on 8 shots. Zaire had a couple of steals in that third quarter, was huge. Finney Smith hitting a 3. Tyrese Martin with 21 points. 21, can you believe it? And Dennis Schroeder in that third quarter scored 13 points. And overall, this team is just playing out of their skin. They've forced 16 turnovers on Phoenix, and Kevin Durant has 6 of them. You know, and we know better than anyone how good Kevin Durant is as a basketball player. So it's even more impressive when you can lock him down. And whilst Kevin Durant is 8 of 15 from the field, he took a lot of shots in that third quarter, and I don't think his efficiency was all that great. And he definitely had a lot of turnovers in that too. Beal, I don't think, scored. Booker was much quieter. Jones, I don't think, scored either, despite the assist number being pretty healthy. But overall, we're basically all tied for free throws. Our field goal percentage, look, all game, we've had a clear advantage for field goal attempts, and only now are we starting to see the benefits of that. Getting second chance opportunities, those 3-pointers that we've got over them. This is where the breathing space is, and now it's going to be interesting to see, are we going to hold off? Are we going to be able to complete the job? We have played 3 very good quarters of basketball against a very, a proven outfit. They've played very, very well with Kevin Durant this year. They're 9-1 with Kevin Durant. 9-1 with Kevin Durant, 1-6 without. And 8-10 Brooklyn Nets have walked into this arena and said, well, you're not getting it that easily, like they've said to every single opponent this year. So the Suns open the fourth with Beal, Allen, O'Neal, Plumlee, and Booker. So no Durant on the floor. He played basically the whole third quarter. Beal, the step back 2, is short. The rebound by Johnson. This is the important patch of the game. First 4 minutes, if you can build the breathing space, this is where you cook. Schroeder creates the space. The step back 2 is money. And Dennis has a beaming smile on his face like I do. 24 points off turnovers to the Suns 8. That's going to be a charge. No! What? Oh! That is ridiculous. He was planted for so long, he had to have moved. We nearly had another charge call. Yep, is very slightly moving. So Booker plowed him over, and he will actually get the benefit of that by shooting a couple free throws. So 14-point lead for the Nets. It is a game high. Booker. We iced him on the first free throw because Booker was ready to shoot and Keon Johnson was sitting in the paint, so they couldn't take it. And then Booker does miss his first free throw. The second is good. It's a 13-point game, but the Nets, well, don't get punished entirely for that trip. And so, another opportunity to build the lead. Schroeder again. He's been backpacking this quarter. He's got another look, and he's short that time on that attempt. A little bit deeper in the mid-range, so probably not as preferable a look. Beal on the wraparound. There's an open look down the middle. Beal had to adjust aerially and was able to turn a dunk into a layup. Watford early offense. He hits the three and loves the Sally as well. 14-point lead. Good response there. Beal goes at Watford again. Early offense. Well, you want the Suns to use as much clock as possible because they are trailing. They need to move as quickly as possible. So Schroeder with the 1-2. He's going to get it back. Use the Watford screen. Beal giving him a bit of space. Schroeder weaves in. Navigates through. Watford nearly crashed the glass. It's off. The Suns run in transition. Allen, the pump fake. Cross court for Booker. Great look. 3 is off. He didn't get the call. And there's a foul on the floor under the basket. Booker wanted a foul on the 3, but that is going to go ignored. And so it will be a foul on the floor. The first foul on the Nets here. 101-89. Ball inbounded by Grayson Allen to Bradley Beal. Booker will ask for it. Guarded by Johnson. Gets inside. Had the extra step. There is a foul, and it will be free throws with 6 to shoot. Another bailout there. Just got to be a little bit disciplined. Keep him off the line. We are playing a heavy small ball rotation here. Watford is no taller than, like, I'm going to say 6'7". And here's the 5. So Booker at the line. There's 23 in the game. He's been at the line for, well, these will be his 12th and 13th free throws. So basically accounting for half his points tally today. He makes the second there and keeps the Suns within touch. 10-point margin, and that is how many minutes we've got left in this game. Schroeder, the high screen set by Watford. Looking for the handoff to Martin. Nope. Watford's going to take it himself. The scoop is going to result in a foul. It's on Plumlee this time. And Watford has a knack of getting to the line and just being a little bit shifty with the way he goes about it. A couple of looks here. So, 2 free throws for Watford. And this is where the Nets can cook, man. They have been immaculate from the free throw line today. I don't think that they've missed a free throw. It honestly has been the perfect performance. You couldn't draw it up any better. The lead sits at 11, and Watford converts the second as well. So, another free throw converted. And so, if we can keep it at this margin and then bring the starters back in, it's an unreal output. Beal goes again at the defense, and he scores again off the window. So, man, Beal and Booker keeping him alive, as you would expect. Watford through the legs, picks up the dribble, scores off the glass in his bag. Deep in his bag. That is filthy. O'Neal Had to collect the pass with one hand. The pass was a little rogue. The handle looks a little bit dodgy. Hand off to Allen. Gets inside. Wild layup is off. No foul. Rebound Milton. Will push the pace. Trailer is Watford. Pass to Martin. He's feeling it. It's in! Baby! Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Tyrese Martin has 24 points. If you didn't know who he was before today, you fucking know who he is now. Oh my goodness. 6 fucking threes. We're up by 15 against the Phoenix Suns. Are we taking the piss? Oh my god. You just knew it was going in before he even shot the ball. If you're enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new. We are back here in a couple of days for Nets Magic. I'll tell you what, this team is fun to watch. You can't root against this team. We have bums out there. You can tank all you want, but we just have some random bloke nestled in our bench for the whole season. He plays his second game with meaningful minutes and scores 24, shooting the ball at 75% on 8 attempts. Like, that is unheard of, man. Watford's got 16 as well. So he's even crept up for scoring. It's been all-round, like an all-round team effort. I cannot believe how good this team is playing right now. Like, this is rocking. This is rocking the NBA right now. Like, in this little 3-game stretch, well, we've won. If we win today, it'll be 4 of the last 5. And this whole 3-game West Coast road trip, we've played the Kings, the Warriors, and the Suns, all in positive records as well, mind you. If they were in the East, they would be top 5, all of them. And we have come out and just shell-shocked them. The Suns got this? I'm not so sure, mate. This is bad for the tank. Mate, the problem is you can't even sell the players off. Who wants Tyrese Martin? No one. He had no trade value before this. Geordie's about to give the whole team increased trade value. I reckon the team's net worth is going up by the second. There's nearly another steal there on Keon, or by Keon Johnson, but instead it's a foul. He wants that basketball. He's a hunter. He's a hunter. He's an energy. He's just an energy. Positive energy. Walking positive energy. 8:42 to play in this game. We lead by 15 points. The Nets outscored them by 12. In the third quarter, they've outscored them by another 3 thus far in the fourth. Any challenge that they've been faced with, they have responded. Booker, the back down on Johnson at the elbow. The kick out to Beal. He gets inside. He shoots with the right. It's off. The rebound is secured by Johnson. He fumbled it. It landed straight with Schroeder. Guarded by Booker on the wing. We give it to Watford. Allowed a lot of space on the outside, but he doesn't shoot the 3. Instead, the handoff to Martin, who is given the green light. He's hit another one. He's hit another one. 7 threes. This guy. Oh my God. O'Neal on the outside. Good D by Martin. The handoff. Booker the drive on Schroeder. The pull up for 2. That's good. Mate, it's a 16-point lead. 4 minutes, a little bit over in this fourth quarter, Schroeder puts the head down, had it knocked away. It's a 4-on-2 fast break. Booker, the drive in, the layup is good. Watford made sure not to foul, and Geordie is very, very quick with that timeout. He's not going to allow Phoenix to build that momentum. They scored 4 quick ones, but you got to like ice them as quickly as possible. And mate, Dennis Schroeder has basically played the entire second half. He has been exceptional for this team. And so the Nets up 14. But mate, this Tyrese Martin discussion, this game needs to be studied. It is the most unlikely performance of the entire year. You can look across the league-wide, and you will not see more of a surprising performance than this. Tyrese Martin and Dennis Schroeder are outscoring Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. Do you realize how insane that is? Who is this guy? He may need to be tested for performance-enhancing drugs. Because, mate, it's just a little bit dodgy. I don't really know how this is going to run with the league. Just scoring 27 out of nowhere. This guy, for context, it was a stat floated around earlier in the contest. Tyrese Martin in 21 games in the NBA had scored 33 points total. And he sits here with 27 points for the Nets in one game. In one game against Phoenix. Coming off the bench. Coming off the bench, bro. Tyrese Martin is better than Bridges. At this rate, Tyrese Martin is going to beat Mikal Bridges' season high. I don't know what his season high is. We picked this guy up as a fucking two-way player, bro. Oh my god. We picked up Schroeder for Dinwiddie. We picked up Zaire for nothing. Bloody, like, picks we traded for and Diabate. Like, this is just mental. I cannot believe this. And now we can bring on Cam Johnson, Finney Smith. But you know what? I love Geordie for this. He's giving Martin extra run. He doesn't care if he's come off the bench. Ride the hot hand, man. I thought when he missed his first 3 of the second half, that was going to do it. But, mate, he's continued the form from the first half. Ben comes back in with Johnson and Finney Smith. Keon Johnson remains, and Martin is also still out there. Finney Smith to Johnson on the wing. These guys are well rested. 5 to shoot, 4 to shoot. Johnson, cross, gets inside, lost the ball, and it's a turnover. Jones. O'Neal moves into the 3. That's off. Oh, and Beal definitely messed up his ankle again. Martin's open again. Hit that, baby! Are you kidding? I can't say anything else. He's got 30. Oh my god. Are you taking the absolute piss? Beal definitely tweaked his ankle. But just to add insult to injury, let's see an 8th three-pointer from Tyrese Martin. This is the Tyrese Martin legacy game. Who has seen this coming, bro? I cannot fucking believe this. Remember the name. Remember the name. 6:38 to play. The Nets are up by 17 on the Suns, who are full strength. Well, probably not anymore because Beal is down injured, which obviously prayers up. You hope he gets better and recovers quickly. Wonder if he's going to stay on the floor. And it's a big decision to make because it's a 17-point game with 6.5. That is really innocuous as well. I didn't see like an actual typical... Oh, no, never mind. It was a blind view. the first camera. That second angle shows a bad ankle tweak there. I personally wouldn't risk it. It's Bradley Beal, bro. You do not want to play him. So, Tyrese Martin is still on the court, mate. 8 threes. He is playing arrogant right now. 31 or 33 in his NBA career. He scored 30. He scored 30 points, bro. 8 threes. Mate, what is this? Booker guarded by Johnson. Good cross. Lost the ball. Good strip by Keon Johnson. So Johnson squared. Getting involved on that possession. And so the Suns will inbound on the baseline. Straight out to KD. Quick trigger. The 3 is good. And they're going to need to see a hell of a lot more than that. If they're to even come close, really. It would start by playing a bit of defense because they've shipped off 114 already. Getting a bit of a taste of their own medicine. Ben at the elbow. Looking for a handoff. Oh, what a look. What a play. It's off, though. The rebound by O'Neal. It couldn't have been any more wide open for Johnson. They've got an open look. It's Allen. That 3 is off. Rebound by Martin. A strong board there. That was a beautiful play. Beautiful work by Johnson, who leaks out. Got ahead of the pack and then planted the pivot foot. Sent Allen into the first row with the pump fake and scored the easy uncontested 2. Durant inside. Misses the layup. Good contest. Ben will push the pace. We've got the numbers too. Johnson, the kick out to the other Johnson. That is off. It's fair to say that Cam Johnson should not shoot the ball tonight. Tyrese Martin is the man. Tyrese Martin is my Lord and Savior. And another beautiful dime by Ben Simmons, mate. That is Ben Simmons basketball to a T right there. Early offense, laser passing. Zaires back in the contest now. Oh, come on, bro. How is that a foul? Oh, the Suns are in the bonus too. Do not do this. Don't give them easy points without the clock moving. 116, 110. Sorry, 100. I would be a hell of a lot more anxious if the Suns were 10 points better. Durant makes the first to get it to 101, but they have been in a rut. They've been in a bit of a rut. They've actually, to be honest, they've scored like 17 points in the quarter, but defensively, it's been a bit of a shambles. So it'll start there if they want to come back. But it is a long way back with 5 minutes to play. Martin, the handoff to Finney-Smith. Cam Johnson, now to Ben Simmons. With his back turned to the basket, he's looking for the handoff. He gives it to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Step back. Nope. Williams. Try to go baseline. You got to put one up. It's a deep 2. And he tried off glass. And from that angle, it's always going to be tough. Booker needs to go early. Hesitation. Gets inside. Good defense by Martin. He forced the miss. Booker was rushed. We have the numbers. Williams. Beautiful dime by Ben. Early offense again. The Suns were unset. And it was another easy 2. Durant's blitzed. Knocked away by Ben. We get the steal. We have the numbers too. Oh my God. Martin was fouled on the 3. Allen commits it. Tyrese Martin is that much of a fucking nuisance. That much of a nuisance that they are fouling him on 3s. It's the second time tonight it's happened. We are up by 16 points. We have killed this mob. Oh no, it's not a shooting foul. Well, that's disappointing. I was trying to hype it up. Johnson will slow it up. We're inside the final 4.5 minutes. Time is our friend. We don't need to rush. Johnson 3. Why are you shooting that? So we kill off a bit of time, but that is probably not the shot you want. KD, guarded by CJ. Cross, gets inside, shoots over 2, and that is a tough make. But they're going to have to play some more intense defense here and maybe push up because, well, they've got 4 minutes left to score 14 without concession. Martin needs to get it across. Don't! Oh, my. He scores for 2. I would call a timeout. Yep. And Geordie knows. Geordie knows he needs to call that timeout. It's not over yet. We've got a little bit under 4 minutes to play. The lead is 12. And I'll tell you what, the Nets are fools for making Tyrese Martin have to bring the ball up while being pressed in the backcourt. Like, he didn't even get it past the half-court line without turning the ball over. So you got to be a little bit more methodical with it. And stop shooting threes. CJ's been a little bit weird with the shot selection. Like, the shot hasn't been falling tonight. Get in the mid-range if you can. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to show your support on it, man. Drop a like. Subscribe if you are new as well. We'll be back in a couple of days to see the Nets take on the Magic back at home. 3-game road trip. Right now, if the final buzzer went now, we would have won every single game on the road trip against some really good opponents here. First the Kings, then the Warriors, and now against the Suns. And basically for, well, half of this trip, we have not had Cam Thomas. So if we end up 3-0, it's bloody crazy. I'm thinking, though, we need to score 125. Give us another 7 points, and we are feeling comfy. Martin is getting given the green light. He will not stop shooting. And equally, like Geordie is not taking him off, which I rate. Actually, no, they've taken Martin off. That is an exceptional performance, man. We run a lineup involving no Cam Johnson. So Watford in for Johnson. Schroeder in for Martin. Schroeder's got it now with 6 to shoot. He drives in, puts the head down, is fouled, and he's just been that guy. He's just been brilliant in this area. Just the knack of getting to the free throw line. Always has Booker on the right. And Booker's got 5 personals, man. Get these free throws converted and equally get the stop on the other end. And we are absolutely laughing. Laughing all the way to the bank. Schroeder's first free throw is good. I still don't think we've missed a free throw today. Like, we've been unreal in this game today. As I said, I thought we'd seen the best of it the other day. But here we are, and I think we've seen a much better performance. This is almost the most complete performance I've seen since you'd have to go back a long way. That's a deep 3 by Grayson Allen. He couldn't hit a barn door in the first half. So an 11-point game, but the Suns don't look all that aggressive, really. Zaire, a little bit loose on the pass. It does end up with Schroeder, though. 8 to shoot. Picks up his dribble. Feeds Watford in the post. Got Booker on an island on 5 fouls, and he scores for 2. Booker cannot foul, otherwise he is gone. So that is a brilliant matchup to exploit. KD guarded by Dennis. The switch, good D by Watford. Keeps him out of the paint. But there is a foul. As KD was falling away, there was a hit. And Trenton Watford is like, well, he's got a smile on his face. Bit of friendly love, tough love there. Mate, that's really smart, though. Just attack Booker, man. That's a clear weak point for them. So, Durant bricks the first, and every point matters now. If they can't make these free throws, they are done. 13-point lead for the Nets. It's been in double figures for quite a while. Every time the Suns scored, the Nets had a response, and then the Nets took over. And the Suns didn't have the same response. So inside the final 3 minutes, the Nets lead by a dozen. All they need to do is look after the basketball and keep the scoreboard ticking over late in this game. Score a couple more points and you'll have this one well under control. Schroeder in a switch. He's got Kevin Durant guarding, who gives him space and hits the step back three. The net didn't move. It's that immaculate. Oh my God. 125, 110. Durant fumbles the handle. Good cut by O'Neal. Scores over Zaire. 13-point lead for the Nets. But with every second, well, the percentage for the Suns having any form of hope, that slowly diminishes. Schroeder 1-on-1 again. Guarded by Jones. On an island. Gets by. Lost the ball. It's a turnover. And it's a 3-on-1 break. Booker. Easy layup. Don't need a foul there. Don't need to give away an extra point. And we get it into Simmons. Inside 2 minutes now. Get it across court to Watford. And really, we just need to let this clock run down. Well, all the way to the max. Use the full 24. Schroeder is blitzed partially. That's a foul. And it's on O'Neal. And Watford, I believe... Is he going to the line? No. The clock's reset at 14. One more foul would send us in the bonus. Schroeder's talking so much smack to KD. I love it. You can be arrogant when you're beating him. So inside the final 90, we lead by 11. One bucket would do it here. 1-on-1. Step back three. It's off. Rebound Kevin Durant. And Durant. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's limping. I believe Ben Simmons may have brushed him. And he's walking it off. He looks okay. But that is not what you want to see at this point of the game. A little bit of a ouch. Oh, that's a little ankle tweak right there for KD. What are the Suns challenging? What are the Suns challenging this for? Like, he's gone for the ball. There's no way they call that a fucking clear path. Or sorry, like a take foul. Who do we even trade? I don't know. I just want to go, like, last game I went to the... Oh, mate, that KD ankle, that could have been a shocker, that one. Simmons just stood on the ankle and KD's foot, well, could be a lot worse for wear than what it is. What was I going to say? I'm so confused. What are they checking? What? I have no idea what they've challenged that for. Like, the foul just got shifted from one player to another. It went from Watford to Simmons. Like, what actually were they challenging? Were we challenging it? Were they challenging it? I've got no idea. But Durant's getting free throws. It looks like we did that challenge, but I thought we lost it. Anyway, Durant at the line can cut it to single figures with 1:15 to play. Now, you will remember last year we beat them in Phoenix as well against the odds. But I'd argue it was a little bit easier back then because their chemistry probably was a little bit, well, a little bit lower. There's another miss on the free throw for Durant. So, yeah, I imagine now, like, they've got a lot more reps under their belt, these three. And we still were able to be brilliant, really. One more free throw for KD. He missed the first. He made the second. A 10-point game. We get it in quickly to Schroeder. He can hand it to Watford if he really wants to. There comes the blitz. Schroeder gets past all of them. And the handle is good enough to kill off some more time. Finney Smith in the corner is, well, trapped, picks up his dribble, and he stood out of bounds. So we did well to chew a lot of the clock there. I mean, we chewed 20 seconds off the clock. And who's calling a timeout? Or did we call a timeout? They're not being very clear with the commentary in the last couple minutes. Oh, it looks like we... No, it looks like we called a timeout. So we got 4.5 seconds to get a shot up with just under a minute to play. This has been one heck of a performance. This has just been brilliant, man. 125 points against Phoenix. With KD in the squad, they average probably about, like, I think I remember earlier in the game, like 108 points a game with Kevin Durant in the team. 108 points against. And we've gone and absolutely smashed that number out of the park. So Martin is back in the game. And just for context, Tyrese Martin has hit the second most threes off the bench in team history. Number 1 is Patty Mills with 9. Martin's got 8. He also had only 33 points in his NBA career as a whole, and he's got 30 in the game tonight. So if he hits another 3, that would do a number of things. Are they looking for him? We get it into Watford, who I don't imagine was the man we wanted, but he gets a 3 up. Oh, he nearly banked it in. It's off. The Suns are going to move rapid pace here. Durant doesn't want the 3, which is a bit strange. He gives it to Booker, who will shoot over Martin. Hits back iron, get that rebound. Zaire locks it up and is going to get the foul going his way. 38 seconds remaining. The Nets have backed up a 63-point first half with a 62-point second half. The Suns fans are flocking to the exits. This is the most ridiculous win since 2 nights ago. I don't know what's more ridiculous, but another massive swing. If Zaire makes these free throws, makes the first, if he makes these free throws, we would be sitting at a 21-point swing in this game. The Suns were up by as much as 9 in the second quarter. We lead by 11. I just cannot understand what's going on here. This should not be allowed. We have so many players out, and yet still it is the role players who I would have previously perceived to be bums. Mate, this lot have tried to erase that title. Okogie's in the game. They've thrown in the towel. Bol in the game. Drive in. He blew the layup. Plumlee there for the tip in. But I would imagine the clock runs out and they do not foul. Oh, mate. This is fucking sweet. The vibes are unreal. The clock's going to expire because there's a 1 second difference between shot and game. But I'm just going to let the clock run out all the way. The Nets go to 9 wins and 10 losses. This team need to stop winning. I'm loving these wins, but fam, this is unreal. We have dropped 127 points against the Phoenix Suns. And, well, yet again, silenced an away crowd, a home crowd on this road trip. We have played 3 games in 4 days, this being the 3rd game, and we didn't even look at all. This is unreal. Let's have a look at the box score, ladies and gentlemen. This is just, I cannot believe this. This is going to be a wonderful sight here. The game ends 127-117. We have 7 players in double figures. For some reason, the box score is not showing the man of the moment. I will hope this updates, and meanwhile, I will tell you the other stat lines. But really, I think, yeah, this is Tyrese Martin's world, and we're all just simply living in it. I mean, it's crazy. Tyrese Martin ends today with 8 3-pointers and 30 points. Before today, he had 33 points his whole NBA career. He has doubled the mark in one match. And he's also basically accounted for half our 3-pointers. It is the name of the game for the Nets to hit roughly 17 or more threes and take 40 or more attempts. Yet again, they hit that mark. They are shooting the 3 ball lights out this year. Like, they are shooting it at an absurdly high percentage. The shot quality is brilliant. It doesn't matter who we have out there. There are open shots all over the joint. And we shot it today at above 50% weird, 10 extra shots. The free throw mark, we did well to even that out. We only had 1 miss the whole game. And so that's exactly what you want. You know, we found the balance right and we punished them every single time. They had 17 turnovers in the game. Kevin Durant had 7 turnovers. And that's always going to be an issue when he's operating at a pretty high volume. So overall, that's massive. Dennis Schroeder, again, 29 points to his name. He had a great second half. He scored 13 of those in the third quarter. So he was massive for the team. And even Zaire Williams, he was in some foul trouble early, but to his credit, he kept the head up. And in that third quarter, when we needed the breathing space, he was there with knockaways, big rebounds, hustle, defense. He's just one of those players that you love because he's just everything intangible. You don't see his impact on the box score. And Ben Simmons, got to give this man credit. Lot of games this season where he has just been MIA, missing in action, and he's been a nuisance to watch. It's been infuriating. But today he was absolutely everywhere. And I'll tell you what, it was almost the best performance I've seen him play in probably the last 12 months. It probably is. He scored 14. He had 9 boards, 8 assists. He would have been loving to get a triple-double, but the 27 minutes probably hold him back from doing that. There is the box score, though. Tyrese Martin with 30 points, man. 8 threes, 10 of 13. Say less. Watford with 18 off the bench. It's not often you get 2 great scoring outputs from, bench performers. Sometimes it'll happen with 1, but usually you don't get 2 players pushing 20 points or exceeding. We ran a 9-man rotation and still got 56 bench points. 54 bench points. That's unreal. 54 bench points, and then we had another one score, borderline 30 points. Ben with 14. I would love to see how many points he accounted for today, because he was just an everywhere man. And Finney Smith hit a couple threes on good efficiency. Great defense on KD. And then, you see Devin Booker and Beal. They had great starts to the game. Tyus Jones hit 10 first half points, but they were really nowhere to be found. And the bench, they just don't have enough bench production to the point where they need their starters to be firing on all cylinders. And look, they, to an extent, did. Like, they scored 117 points. Most games you win, but their defense didn't rock up. We had a ton of open looks. We held their defense accountable. And we put them to the sword. It's crazy. Funny thing is, both Suns fans and Nets fans are crashing out on Twitter right now. I wouldn't be one bit surprised either. Like, look, I I've seen a win and we've smoked them. So I'm going to be like, I'm sad about the tank, but when I'm doing streams, it's like I block the tank out entirely. I don't think about the tank. I just want to see a good product, and whatever the result is, it is what it is. It's not worth crashing out. What are we going to do? We're going to worry about the 9 games we've won? We can't do anything about the results now. But I'd much prefer a team to be vibing because we're winning than like losing, being like 3-16 and being down in the dumps. Like I wouldn't even have any motivation to watch Nets games. It's just good to see this team is competing. No matter who we have, we physically cannot tank. I'm in awe. That's the only way to describe it, man. And like we are beating contenders. We're beating world-class talent with bums. Like, we don't win today if Tyrese Martin doesn't score 30. This guy was the 13th man on our rotation, and he's come out and hit 8 threes on 80%. That, like, you cannot write that. There's no way to, like, tank. Like, you would actively be match fixing if you tried to tank with this team. Because it would be obvious if you're throwing the game. Do you think Ben Simmons is back? It's one game. Don't jump the gun, but you can appreciate a good performance when you see one, and I can appreciate the Ben Simmons performance today. I came into the contest thinking, I don't know what version of Ben Simmons we're going to get today. And, well, it just so happened that today we actually benefited from the Ben Simmons inclusion, whereas sometimes we don't. And it's no fun. As soon as I saw CT was out for whatever, it was, I thought the tank might be back on. How wrong was that thinking? Oh, yeah. Never, ever doubt this team. It's funny because Zach every single stream says to me, do you think we can beat whatever team? And I say to you every single time, Zach, I say to you, we absolutely can. If we play the way we played today, and I'll say it again for the next game, we absolutely can beat the Magic if we play the way we played today. Like, it honestly was the most all-round team performance I've seen from the Nets in a long time. Like, that was a full 4-quarter performance. You don't see that too often. There were a few instances last year, but I haven't seen a stretch of 3 games against really good opponents when we clearly have we're clearly short for talent against these teams, and we are getting the job done. It's great to see. And it's setting winning habits. The winning part is probably not a good thing, but the way we're going about it, I would be mad if we were getting it gifted to us. And the Nets are now 6-1 against Western Conference teams. As I said before, it's so strange. We are playing a team, like, we are absurdly good against Western Conference opponents when the West is significantly better than the East. We're 3-9 against the East, and we're 6-1 against the West. It's crazy. Just some key things to note. Only got outscored for points in the paint by 8, which I would say is a massive win, given our lack of size. Fast break points, 24-11. Now, in the first half, it was 6-5 at halftime. So we came out and scored 18-6 from fast break in the second half. And that was because the amount of steals we raked in that second half, and deflections, and we forced a lot of misses from 3. And so we were getting long rebounds, getting into offense early, and we were feasting. We shot at 43% from 3 today, 51% from the field, and that's without Cam Thomas. We shot 50, 40, 90 without Cam Thomas. Only got out rebounded by 1. We only allowed 3 offensive rebounds in the game. And that's another way you lose a lot of games. But this is why I'm not mad about the win. Because you look at how the game went. We got 24 points off turnovers. We got 24 points from the fast break. We had 32 assists. We held them to 3 offensive rebounds and held them to 39% from 3, which isn't it's not too bad, but they only hit 12 makes for the game. And they hit 6 early ones as well. So we did a very good job of ensuring they dropped away. And not only that, but we kept things constant from our end. So, and only the 12 turnovers as well. We Kevin Durant had 7 turnovers by himself. Those are massive, massive, massive factors in the win today. We deserved it. Mate, Geordie is nuts. It's unreal. You get open shots, and this team are capitalizing, man. The ball is pinging. And as I've said, we shot 40% again from 3 today. As long as we keep doing this, which is very possible because the open shots are everywhere, we will win games of basketball. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. We are playing a brand of basketball which is playoff level basketball. You will win games if you don't turn the ball over, you interrupt, you play good defense, you generate wide open shots no matter who you've got out there. That is, mate, that works against anyone. It doesn't matter who you play. I've said it so many times this year. It doesn't matter who you play. If you stick to the identity, which is clearly what we've done for 19 games, that places you in very good stead. But we're at game 19. And you will remember when we hit game 23 last year, we were 13-10. So we've got 4 games before theoretically the tank kicks fully into gear, but we've just faced a really tough run of games and we've beaten really good opposition. So we thought last game was good. This game was even better. It's not often this happens. Take it in. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. Make sure to drop a like on the way out. Make sure to subscribe so you're notified when I go live next, which will be in a couple of days against Orlando. We will be here, of course, because how could we miss it? A 3-game road trip on the West Coast ends unbeaten for the Nets. We beat the Kings by 5. We beat the Warriors by 8. And then the emphatic 10-point win against the Suns. Brilliant shit. I should mention, you bring up something very good, Ian. What games do we have next? We have 2 matches against Orlando. I know that for a fact. They will be the next 2. And then we come up against the Bulls, the Pacers, the Bucks, the Raptors. It doesn't get any easier. It's a very, very equal league with the West being so strong. You're playing a lot of tough opponents. But, well, for the moment, the next 6 games, we will test our Eastern Conference record because, as we've said, we've played the West 7 of our 19 times this year, and we've won 6. But then we're 3-9 against the East. So the next 6 games will really tell us if this team wants to tank or is just taking the piss. And they're just going to keep winning games with a bunch of bums on the roster. So, I don't know, man. This is crazy. But we'll wrap it up here. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. It's been great. It's been good fun. Winning is always excellent. And we are no easy matchup. I think the league needs to realize that now. And I think we as fans have to realize that too. You're not gonna, like, you can keep complaining, but we are gonna be subjected to Geordie ball for a while. And it may fuck us up, you know, in terms of getting Cooper Flag. But right now, fam, we can win the chip with Tyrese Martin on our roster. I'm taking the piss, but you get what I'm saying. Geordie's getting a, like, maximum value out of players which you wouldn't have even heard of. If you're a casual, you would not have heard of the players that have contributed to our 2 wins. Or our last 2 wins. Anyway, I'm done here. I just need to relax. So, yeah, that'll do it. We'll chat to you in a couple of days, 48 hours. Until then, make sure to stay safe. Enjoy, embrace the win, sleep well, because this win, mate, all it's got is positive emotions about it. But yeah, until then, make sure to drop a like on your way out. It's great. It's great fun, these streams, especially when you rock up. So make sure to tune in next time round. But yeah, until then, we will relax and yeah, we'll see you soon. Thank you, everyone. Bye for now.